Teacher, powered by Donors Choose, building brighter futures one classroom at a time.
I'm certain it's going to be well spent. It takes a lot of tools to make our program run.
And we're just getting started. Help keep the momentum going and nominate a teacher who's made a difference in your life at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Ingalls Studio, WPEK Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, W225CJ Candler, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Live from the Ingalls Studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dogs eat! Let them on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh my God. The Jets killed him.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM at 1400. The Sportsocracy heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app. Seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel. Join us in the chat. Today is
Power Rankings Tuesday.
Joining us from the Mullet Manor today.
The mullet's dead. I am exhausted. I didn't get home till almost midnight last night.
Then late nights down in Greenville playing with your South Carolina friends.
Hey, we had a good time last night.
Good.
It's a lively discussion. Excellent. I think the people in the lovely upstate are starting to figure out something wrong with that boy.
I think it took them too long to figure that out.
About 5 weeks.
About
5 weeks.
I think first show they were like, I don't know.
No, I mean they had some signs before that, but last night was confirmation. That boy's touched.
Welcome into a Power Rankings Tuesday. Today, Power Rankings are going to be done a little bit differently, huh?
Well, everybody complains that you spend too much time on the bad teams. Well, yeah. So this week we just cut them out.
We just won't even worry about them.
This week, to be in the power rankings, you have to be alive in the playoff race, which means Miami Dolphins, you're gone.
Gone.
And after
Eliminated.
last night, you deserve to be.
Sure.
What is it with Tua Tagovailoa that anytime it gets a little chilly, he looks like a cat wearing mittens?
He's a warm weather player.
He's a house cat, that's for sure.
Needs to go play somewhere with a dome, maybe.
Yeah, like the Dallas Renegades. I think that'd be a great place for him. Has there ever been a quarterback that got paid and regressed this badly?
Ooh.
I mean, he wasn't great to begin with. He was a stat accumulator to the highest degree.
Right.
But, I mean, he's not even startable at this point.
Well, Daniel Jones didn't even get paid that much.
I don't know that Daniel Jones was ever as bad as Tua Tagovailoa is right now.
Okay.
I mean, he's 30th in QBR.
It's pretty bad.
His current QBR is a 36.7, which is only 1 point behind Justin Fields.
Yeah, it's pretty bad for a guy whose cap hit in the next 2 years is going to be, what, $70 million?
It's up there. It's a lot. Yeah. I mean, if you're Miami, you have to be looking around just going, well, we're dead. And we've got some dude wearing his grandma's glasses coaching us, which is not great. I'm glad Mike McDaniel got those sweet glasses off B. Arthur before she passed away.
I was going to say, he gives you a new fashion statement every week.
In all honesty, I tried to figure this out all night last night.
Okay.
What would you say that Miami does well?
That they do well?
Mm-hmm.
Not a thing.
I don't think that the secondary.
Devin Achane?
That's one player.
Right. Do they Devin Achane well? That's about it.
I can't even get there. I mean, yeah, he averages a lot per carry. He has a lot of big runs. I think he's second or third in the NFL in big runs. I think so. But when you really get down to brass tacks, he's not a great running back. He's a good big play guy. I mean, he has, 12 20-plus yard runs? I don't know how many guys in the league have more than that. But he still averages like 84 yards a game. And this is what you do well. Mm-hmm. It's just a terribly god-awful bad franchise.
Yeah. And they've dug themselves into a deeper hole.
Oh, and by the way, 20-plus yard runs, nobody
right.
has more than Devon Achane. He's number one, and it ain't all that close.
Like when you thought the franchise couldn't get any lower. You know, the whole Stephen Ross thing a few years back. And now it's not getting any better. And you're tied to a quarterback that you're dumping $70 million into in a couple of years. Because I think that was his cap hit like 2 years from now. It's like $68 million. No, thank you. I'm good.
So, I mean, with the money he's got left on this deal, you can't really get out of it. I mean, the out is next year. After next year, you'll have a $35 million dead cap hit. Mm-hmm. I mean, and it's going to carry for years. It's just I'm going to ask you a question. I thought this all night last night, and I could not wrap my head around the answer.
Okay.
If the Dolphins could get out of Tua right now for $1,
yeah,
and he was a free agent, is there a team in the league that would sign him?
Oh, I feel like somebody would sign him.
Name
not to that contract.
If it was for $5 million, name me who that team is.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Cold. Can't do it. He can't play in the cold. What good is it to have a quarterback that the minute it's not 40 degrees, he sucks on ice? So that takes out the Jets. That takes out the Giants. It takes out the Steelers. It takes out the Browns. Literally, the only way he works is if he plays in a dome in a division with other teams that play in a dome. Timothy O'Toole said the Minnesota Vikings, he has to go to Green Bay and Chicago every year. They will get beat by 50 points every time he does it. Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever seen a player like this that I can't physically figure out where you would ever work. Unless they put a team in Hawaii, you're not an NFL quarterback.
Mm-hmm. He needs to move to the AFC South.
That would help. Because you get a lot of warm weather and domed teams.
Hey, there you go. Indianapolis Colts. And go pour some more money into a failed quarterback.
I would rather take a risk on Daniel Jones. I'll go one step further. I'd rather roll the dice with Anthony Richardson than Tua Tagovailoa.
That's a little much.
Is it, though?
Yeah, it is.
Did you watch him last night?
No.
They passed 100 total yards. Mm-hmm. With 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Mm-hmm. And he was very little of that. Don't let the final box score fool you. Miami gave up. And so Pittsburgh just went, let them tire themselves out.
Right.
So he threw up some numbers late. There was a point in the fourth quarter that Tua Tagovailoa had thrown for 66 yards.
Yes. Still more than Anthony Richardson's done.
Yeah, but Anthony Richardson's younger and cheaper.
Not under this scenario, though. Look, Tua's never. I mean, that was a wasted contract when you gave it out.
No doubt.
And the Miami Dolphins sit at this point where there is nothing you can do. I mean, you can keep trying. You keep churning your wheels. Maybe one day it'll, churn it into butter and you can walk right out of there. It's not going to happen. I don't know how you do it when it's rotten at the top. Like we keep talking about bad franchises. Miami Dolphins are a bad franchise. They are poorly ran. They never hire well. And now you're sitting here having to scrub the decks again. No more Chris Greer. No more Mike McDaniel. Like, you're going to have to tear this down again and pray to God you get it right. But you're stuck with the quarterback situation for the next 3 years.
And you can get out of it next year. It's going to hurt, but
well, I was saying, unless you want to do the Russell Wilson thing, right?
It's not that bad.
Just eat the money.
Russell Wilson was $80-some-odd million. Tua, you can get out of it for, roughly $50 million after next year.
After next year.
Yes. Oh, you're stuck with him next year.
Right.
Like the hit this offseason, you couldn't even put a team on the field for the dead cap hit you take after this year. What you saw last night, you're going to do that for another calendar year.
Mm-hmm.
Which leads me to the question, is it even worth it to fire Mike McDaniel?
I don't.
And now, bear in mind, I physically think he threw up a white flag yesterday in the third quarter. Just, we're not even trying to win this game. To the point Troy Aikman drug him over hot coals for a full quarter of what exactly would you say it is you're doing here?
Which leads you to, you got to make a change. But then again, is making a change the right thing for the long term? That's the question that I'm rattling around in my brain. Like, should you hold on to him because whoever you bring in next year is going to be saddled with a quarterback that they're only going to have for a year? So is it worth it to start that relationship, make the new coach look bad? Probably not, but that's probably what you have to do, right?
Who is the coach that looks at this job and goes, let's do that?
Right.
Let's and we'll just say it's a first-time head coach. Let's give me a job where your defensive stalwarts are Ashton Davis and Rasul Douglas and Cameron Good. Gross. Oh, but at least you got a first-round pick that you took last year. Oh, yeah, Kenneth Grant. The guy that you took a round too high that nobody was sold on. But your first round pick the year before, he's Chop Robinson, who's actively running behind Matthew Judon. The amount of dysfunction in this team is hard to wrap your brain around, and that's coming from a Jets fan. I've watched the New York Jets literally bet against themselves for 30 years. And even I'm looking at the Dolphins going, how'd you get here? You have 7 receivers that all do fast real well. They don't do squat else. You have the weirdest group of tight ends I think I've ever seen. Your offensive line sucks on ice. In spite of the fact you've used a first, a second, another second, a rehabbed first, and another second on guys on this line, and it's still terrible.
A rehabbed first. I like that for Cole Strange.
Yeah, Cole Strange was he's in a little Miami rehab.
He's a rehabbed first.
He's a rehab first.
Yeah.
It's like a dog that bit a kid. Like, he's a good boy, but don't yell. Don't yell anywhere near him. He'll bite the excrement right out of you.
But in this scenario, would you rather be Miami or would you rather be Pittsburgh?
Oh, I'd rather be Pittsburgh. Not even close.
Not even
close. Absolutely.
Okay.
I would rather not have any form of quarterback. You could tell me they start Will Howard next year, and they're in better shape than Miami is. And it's not even kind of close.
Because you got the flexibility.
You could tell me that Brady Cook becomes the franchise quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they're in better shape than the Miami Dolphins.
That's aggressive.
I mean it. I think the Miami Dolphins are in the worst shape of any team in the NFL. Pittsburgh is way down there, but they're light years ahead of Miami.
Well, I mean, at least you have a couple of names or faces to lean on if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers.
T.J. Watt, Alex Highsmith, and old Cameron Hayward. But yes, you do.
Yep. I mean, DK, he'll be there.
You said a name to lean on. I don't want to lean on DK Metcalf. I'm afraid he's going to punch somebody in the throat mouth.
You kind of painted yourself into a corner where you have to because he's your best player on offense.
Not a high bar.
It's very true. Very true. But at least you have a couple of known quantities. In Miami, there's nothing. I mean, you look into that roster, and it's like staring into the abyss of the XFL.
And the bad thing is you look to next year, and they're so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're so expensive. I mean, people forget Tyreek Hill's still on this roster, and he is stupidly expensive next year.
Mm-hmm.
His cap hit actively is $51 million, which is just south of Tua's 56.4. You got Bradley Chubb on the hook for 31.2 at 31 years old. Oh, but have no fear. You've got young Minkah Fitzpatrick who's 30 at $19 million. You're paying Austin Jackson almost 16. Zach Seiler's making 11 too. I can keep doing this, but I think you get my point.
One Zach Seiler would be fine. 7 Zach Seilers, that's not a good place to be in.
When Zach Seiler doesn't make the top 5 of god-awful contracts you have, you're in bad shape.
Right.
They're $1 million over the salary cap next year.
Oh,
and I get it.
Goodness.
You can move money around. I'm well aware of that. Every time you do that, all you're doing is kicking the can down the road. That problem is going to manifest itself at some point. And I know somebody at this point is going, but Miami had won 5 of 6 games. Well, in the words of Charles Barkley, well, whoop-de-damn-do. You beat the Atlanta Falcons, the Commanders, the Saints, and the Jets. I'm not sure the D.C. Enforcers couldn't have done the same thing you did. But we got the Bills. Yeah, because they thought they were going to run over you like a steamroller.
Not a lot of hope for the Miami Dolphins moving forward, or granny glasses. They've got a picture of him up on ESPN.com. He kind of looks like Humpty from the Digital Underground. You remember the Humpty dance?
I do.
He looks like that guy because it's all cold and his nose is a different color than the rest of his face.
So he kind of looks like Blanche from the Golden Girls to me, but
no. Oh, God. Miami is in shambles. And the Pittsburgh Steelers aren't that much better, which is why last night I enjoyed catching up on it. Welcome to Derry. And
I didn't even – so I left Greenville.
We watched the new Landman.
Oh, you're ruining it. Sorry.
You're ruining it.
So good. So good. I left Greenville yesterday at about 9:30. I threw the game on in the truck.
Yeah.
And I faded out so bad because I cared so little. I didn't even realize I was in Hendersonville.
Mm-hmm.
You ever do that where you're driving and you just space out to the highest degree, and the next thing you know, you're like, oh, shoot, I'm home.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
Well, the cast of castaways for the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Miami Dolphins last night on Monday Night Football, 28-15. I should have known. You don't bet against the Steelers at home on Monday Night Football.
It's 23 in a row.
I'd forgotten about the streak dating back to 93, 94?
Yeah, 92. The last time they lost a game on Monday Night Football, I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
At home.
Yeah. It's been a long time. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville.
This is ESPN
All right, we're clear.
Asheville's #1 sports station.
Coming up the middle on a blitz. He throws to the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown!
Beer City's Tar Heel Station.
Off the back. Iron Wilson comes soaring in to dunk it home.
Home of the Sportsocracy.
He said, Kyle Shanahan asked, why isn't tic-tac-toe named Hugs and Kisses?
Hugs and Kisses.
Now that's all Tech's going to call it.
Live from the Ingles studio. Weekdays at noon. ESPN Asheville.
This football season, Bears Smokehouse Barbecue is where the fans feast. Catch every game Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday on big screens with booming sound, cold drinks, and the best barbecue in town. Bring your crew and tackle the game day grub package. A dozen wings, a pound of pork or chicken, a full rack of ribs, 3 pints of sides, and slider rolls, feeding 4 hungry fans. Whether you're cheering for touchdowns or just here for the ribs, Bears is the ultimate game day destination. Bears Barbecue in downtown Asheville. Your home for football where the fans feast.
Keep the holiday soundtrack on everywhere.
The snowman.
Open the free iHeartRadio app and start listening to your local holiday station. On the go, tap the holiday banner or just search holiday. And you'll see customized stations like iHeart Christmas Classics, iHeart Country Christmas, and tons of playlists to set the mood. You've got enough to do. Let us handle the music. Open the free iHeartRadio app now and start listening.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
It's time to kick off the perfect tailgate and take your team to Ingles. Chips and guac made fresh in store every day. The best meat in town packaged fresh every day. And smiling faces giving you their best every day. Let's be real. In the South, football season is our favorite season of the year. There's a lot to smile about, especially with deals like these. Ingles. Low prices, love the savings.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
And welcome back into the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville. It's 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. Sportsocracy's heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app and Power Rankings Tuesday. I zoned out and forgot what day it was.
You zoned out because you were listening to Guar or whatever that was that you brought us back with.
That was. It's the first button I saw. Couple of suggestions in the YouTube comments as we were talking about Tua Tagovailoa. One commenter said he needs to be in Arizona, and the other said Las Vegas. I think those are both decent options. Although in Vegas you'd have to go to Denver and Kansas City. When it's cold.
Well, I mean, here's the other thing. It's not just that he's terrible in the cold. He's not good when it's warm. I mean, we're acting like he's not one of the 5 worst quarterbacks in the NFL. He is. By every statistical metric you could possibly look for. Mm-hmm. In this entire season, he's had more – I love this stat so much. He's had more games where his QBR was under 8 than he's had games where it was over 65, which, by the way, that's kind of the elite-ish line. You get over 65, you're getting into the big boys. He's had a 2.8, a 4.2, a 7.9, and none of those were last night. Last night was a 12. He's not good. He's had one game with a QBR above 30 in 2 months.
Mm-hmm. How much is that? How much of that is on his coaching? How much of that is on this team is just not good?
Very little of it.
Because when the scheme was working, 2 years ago, he was good.
Was he? Was he good, or did he put up a lot of stats? Because there's a big difference between those two things. Oh, he led the league in passing yards. Yeah, he was also second in interceptions. He also had a slew of god-awful games, and he beat a lot of bad teams. Tua Tagovailoa he's been overrated since the minute he came in this league.
Yeah.
Now, you can throw lipstick on this pig with young Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. It's still not good. And Matt's got a great point in the YouTube chat. You can't blame the rest of the team for his play. Good quarterbacks make bad teams better. Tua Tagovailoa has not made one player better in his entire life, except maybe Darren Waller.
Yes.
And even that's debatable. I think he's a complete bum. I think it's hilarious that Miami signed him to this deal. We told you not to do it before you did it because you would regret it. And now it's only going to get worse. Because you can't afford all of his little fancy toys now. So enjoy Jalen Waddle as your one.
I was going to say, well, you can give him toys, but you'll never be able to protect him. You'll never be able to have a defense.
Look, you can't protect him because your entire front office does not know how to draft an offensive lineman. I mean, I'll be 100% honest with you. I'm looking at the roster right now, 1 to 53. And I'm not saying I'm the end-all, be-all here, but I'm pretty damn good at what I do. There are maybe 2 linemen on this roster that I would have even had a draftable grade on. It's bad. Bad.
Well, I mean, there's a couple.
Who?
You had Savanea. You liked him.
Who they took way too high.
Austin Jackson.
Austin
You said
Jackson.
positive things about him.
I said he was a developmental tackle, and he's now playing guard. I hated Cole Strange.
You liked Patrick Paul. Yeah,
and I said he shouldn't play a snap for 3 years, and he started basically since he got here.
Right.
I mean, I keep doing this.
I mean, you can have. I'm just there are fringe players here that you did spend way too much draft capital on.
That's the problem, is that when you overdraft guys because you have a problem, you wind up in this vicious cycle. And guess what? They'll do it again. I will make a bet with you right now. We have started getting the Senior Bowl, the Shrine Bowl, all of those acceptances and things like that. As it sits, the Miami Dolphins will pick 11th in this draft.
Okay.
I will bet you anything you want. If Spencer Fano's on the board, they will take him.
Okay.
And I'm not going to like it.
Okay. Why?
Because that's another one of those players that you're going to play out of position because you need one thing and you're just going to keep trying to throw a square peg in a round hole. It's what they do. It's what they do. And it's why you are where you are.
Unless they get rid of everybody.
When you say get rid of everybody,
right.
what are you referring to? You've already fired your GM.
Right. So you'll have a new one coming in.
That doesn't mean you have a new scouting department. That's one of those things that I always laugh when people, we fired the GM. If you don't deal with the scouting department, that means less than nothing. And it's shocking how often teams
won't they bring people with them?
Sometimes. Most of them do. The problem is who's going to take this job. So I'm a GM, and you're going to hand me the biggest turd in the NFL. So if I have any other option, I'm not taking Miami. So you're going to get your fifth choice. What do fifth choice GMs bring with them? Flawed scouts. It's how you wound up with the guys you have now, because Chris Greer was not a great choice. Wasn't when you made it, and it got worse over time. It's the vicious cycle of the NFL. Plus, no GM can completely overhaul a scouting department. Doesn't exist. It does not exist. That's not true. I've seen it happen one time, and it was Brad Holmes in Detroit. Because Brad basically said, I'm firing everybody that's not buried underneath this building.
And I feel like that's what the franchises have to do. Right? That changed Detroit. You got to find somebody that could change Miami.
Anybody that could change Miami won't take the job because they won't work for Stephen Ross. They're also not going to be stuck with Mike McDaniel, which is going to be a prerequisite to this. Every person I've talked to in Miami has said Stephen Ross is looking for any reason to keep Mike McDaniel. Well, he's got it.
Wow.
He won 5 of 6 games. That's enough if that's what you want to do. So now you're going to do that thing where you try to go arranged marriage with a GM and a coach. The coach has got 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot on a banana peel. The roster sucks, and you're in cap hell. Those never work out, ever. I will let you think on this for the next week of name me a time that what I just said has ever worked, and you're not going to find one. But that's what bad ownership does. Bad ownership looks at a coach like Mike McDaniel and goes, well, you know, we scored 70 points on Denver one time, and that was a lot of fun.
If only we could do that every week.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go get more dudes that run 4.3 and couldn't catch gonorrhea in a sorority house. Because that's what most of them are. They're these little tiny dudes. I saw D. Eskridge returning kicks for them last night, and I busted out laughing. If you had told me that dude was going to reappear on a team, I would have bet my ability to have fun for the rest of my life. It would be the Miami Dolphins.
Right. It's like a bad or a worse version of the Al Davis Raiders. Just find me some fast dudes.
Exactly. Gambit fan said, what kind of sorority houses have you been to? The kind where Malik Washington walks in and goes, would you like to see my Pokemon cards?
What? We're going to take a break. You're in the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400.
ESPN.
Clear.
Your mountain weather forecast.
On deck for the afternoon, plenty of sunshine. A couple of dry days in a row.
I'll be right back.
Cold front gets here. Don't get too afraid. Not really a lot colder, not like this past air mass. So sun today, 53. Tonight, a little more overcast later, 30. Tomorrow, cloudy, 55. Chance of rain Thursday afternoon, 55. And then Friday, sunshine and a little bit colder, 43. From the Weather Channel, meteorologist Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. Fall for a brooding duke. Dive into a steamy romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas. Or find the perfect rom-com from Lily Chu. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
At Straight Talk, we know the holidays are your time to say
yes.
So why put up with a wireless company that makes you say
out of data?
Or
no service here?
Switch to Straight Talk and say yes to real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network covered by Verizon. And with a free 5G phone when you activate select plans, someone else in your family can say yes! Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Based on RootMetrics State of 5G Report, United States 1H 2025. Experiences may vary. Not an endorsement of Verizon. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Hundreds of all Christmas music stations like iHeart Christmas and playlists. Just open the app, search Holiday, and start listening now.
This football season, Bear Smokehouse Barbecue is where the fans feast. Catch every game Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday on big screens with booming sound, cold drinks, and the best barbecue in town. Bring your crew and tackle the game day grub package. A dozen wings, a pound of pork or chicken, a full rack of ribs.
Good Lord, what?
Slider rolls,
the sound
feeding
of an
4
opening
hungry
Christmas
fans.
tree cake.
Whether you're cheering,
Of course it is.
Bears is the ultimate game day destination. Bears Barbecue in downtown Asheville, your home for football, where the fans feast.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shop.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Boy, you must be outside your mind.
The Sportsocracy.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
We are back in the Sportsocracy, and there have been changes for the Michigan Wolverines. Jeremy, we haven't spoken about this since, you know, the newness wore off of the news.
You mean since I told you the Sharon Moore thing was going to get worse and worse and worse, and people went, "You're rushing to judgment," and I went, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not."
It got worse. It got worse. And Michigan has now had to turn to one Biff Poggi to be their interim head coach.
Look, if you got one coach that was in a cheating scandal and you were worried he was trying to hook up with everybody on campus, you find you a coach that looks like adult Tank.
Exactly. Oh, sometimes the interim head coaching choices, they're always comical to me, because you just throw out the one guy that you know is never getting this job. The one, just don't give any fan any hope that if you win this game, this guy's going to be the future permanent head coach.
So the guy that failed gruesomely wearing cut-off sleeve T-shirts at Charlotte's not getting the Michigan job?
Old Biff Poggi, who won 6 games as a Charlotte 49ers head coach, is now coaching the Michigan Wolverines, at least for one game against the Texas Longhorns in the Cheez-It Bowl. I mean, I guess at some point that's a story that you can tell to the grandkids of, hey, I coached against Texas in a bowl game. We won't talk about how I got the job. We don't need to discuss anything further. Just put my name down in the book. Biff Poggi. That was a blast from the past when I saw his press conference.
Yeah, I will say Biff Poggi is the one coach, player, anything related to sports that I know definitively would take one look at Tank Spencer and go, "Man, I wish I had a body like that guy." Put a bra on them things, Biff. Speaking of Michigan, there's something weird going on with their coaching search, and I can't quite put my thumb on it.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Why does Kalen DeBoer's name keep coming up? Why did Kalen DeBoer's name keep coming up with Penn State? Do you not find that strange? No matter what he says, no matter what he does, he's the favorite to land the Michigan job.
Like
where is
Vegas?
that coming from? Yes. Every secondary market that you can bet on this, Kalen DeBoer is the most likely next head coach at Michigan.
Is it just because he's the most gettable guy at a big program?
I think it's deeper than that. I think he has told people he made a mistake coming to Alabama because he's not an Alabama guy and they hate him. Literally every Alabama fan I know is like, let him go. Let him go. We're good. We'll be fine without him. We'll get. And by the way, they think they'll get Lane Kiffin too. Tell me you don't know how buyouts work without telling me you don't know how buyouts work. If Lane Kiffin left LSU right now, there's probably a clause in that contract that he'd owe them $75 million. Unless the search was run by the dumbest clerical human in the history of time.
They know it was run by the governor.
It could have been run by Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger or Jesse Ventura, and they would have been smart enough to have figured that out. I just can't understand what it is. Why does his name keep coming up? If there's nothing there and he keeps saying, oh, there's nothing to see here, I'm happy at Alabama. Also, why has no other candidate's name surfaced? I've never seen a college job
it was
that's
out there
just
that
stayed
Brian
dead.
Kelly was going to get that job.
Yeah, that's... You know that line that David Smith uses of, it's free to say stuff? Brian Kelly getting that job, it's free to say stuff. That would be a tough sell. It's just a bizarre coaching
anybody
search.
lesser than him, though.
No. I mean, look, they chased Kenny Dillingham. I know that for sure. And Arizona State went, no. We're going to give you whatever you want. Even if Sam Levitt is transferring, probably to LSU. You can have whatever you like. Yeah. Yeah. I find it very odd that Michigan's job, if there was ever a job where you go, we need to get somebody new in here to change this news cycle immediately, it would be this opening at Michigan. I haven't heard the first candidate not named Kenny Dillingham. And that's just a little bizarre.
It does seem strange.
It's almost like they're waiting on something.
Do what?
It's almost like they're waiting on something. Like, I don't know, a coach to coach in the college football playoff.
I was going to say, if he goes out and gets frog stomped by Oklahoma this week, they will run him out of town.
Yes. And Michigan will quickly go, we were never interested in him anyway.
And that whole Kalen DeBoer thing will make a whole lot more sense. There's still things that can be done, obviously, with the playoff kicking off this week. Friday is the Alabama-Oklahoma game, which we will carry for you right here on ESPN Asheville. 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. Now, Jeremy, after week 15, now that it's in the books, your major takeaway from the week was what?
My major takeaway?
Yeah.
I don't trust any of these teams as far as I can throw them. But if I have to trust somebody, I'm going to trust the one that's got an elite quarterback, and that's Buffalo. I'll also say this, and a caller on my show last night pointed this out, and I think it's a really good point. If you look at the teams that you go, I don't want to play you. Have you noticed it's all teams that are really good defensively?
Yes.
Every single one of them is a team that's really, really good defensively. The thing that confuses me is why is it that so many of these teams that are good defensively, they can't run to save their lives? Like Denver is the best defensive team I've ever seen that's this bad running the ball. And they were good with J.K. Dobbins. It's just like R.J. Harvey can't get out of his own way. I've never seen that before. Usually good defensive teams wear down defenses over time, and by the fourth quarter, they're running it down your throat. Houston, great defensively.
But Denver doesn't do that, though.
No. Denver looks at Bo Nix and goes,
run from behind.
Denver looks at Bo Nix and goes, fourth quarter, Bo, here we go. Yeah. Bo Nix for the first 3 quarters, Bo Jackson for the last one.
Yep. Where they run from behind so much that they don't get the chance to get up big and run the ball down your throat, bleed out the clock. They got to have miraculous comebacks late.
Which does bother me.
Yeah. Defenses are terrifying. The question is, who's going to play good enough defense and have just enough offense to win? And I think there's only a couple of teams that fall into that category. And we're going to talk about them coming up on the Power Rankings Tuesday. But they're at the top of the list. It's the Los Angeles Rams.
Which is funny because Los Angeles is a team that does not necessarily fall into the good defensively. They have good defensive players.
Are they not? Because I feel like they are. They've only really been scored on by a couple of teams this year. I mean, other than the Carolina Panthers, which happens, I guess.
The Rams give up a lot of passing yards.
Okay.
Like to the point.
Where are they in scoring, though?
Scoring defense?
Yeah.
4th, I think.
See?
They
You
don't
always
allow
say
a ton
this
of
all the
points.
time. I don't care how many yards you give up. It's how many points you give up.
I don't
And they don't
either.
give up a whole bunch.
I don't either until you start really boiling down the schedule. All right, so you take the journey with me. So you said they don't give up a lot of points.
Right.
Okay, well, you gave up 28 to the Panthers. You gave up 34 to the Lions. You gave up 26 to the 49ers both times. You gave up 20 to the Colts, 26 to the Eagles. Now, let's really break down these good we didn't give up points games. You beat the Jaguars within an inch of their lives.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just kind of was what it was. You went to Jacksonville and beat them sideways.
Mm-hmm.
The other games you didn't give up points were to the Buccaneers, who are awful. The Ravens with, I know it wasn't Lamar. Was that Cooper Rush?
Yeah.
They scored 3. The Texans in the first week of the season, whose offense is terrible. The Saints scored 10 points, and you gave up 17 to the Cardinals. I almost feel like that's a little misleading because they have squished bad teams to such a point. Not saying they're bad. I'm just saying that's one of those times that you can use the stat to say whatever you want to, whether it's accurate or not. That defense has been largely gettable. The problem is that the offense is so good that you can't stop them.
Right.
Also, a chance that Devontae Adams plays this Thursday, which is insane to me.
You thought he was hurt worse than that?
I would not have thought he had a shot to play Thursday.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be a good one for the finale out there at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue. It'll be our final kickoff Thursday at our favorite back alley bar.
It's our final Thursday of the year.
Yeah. Yeah. we'll be doing other events there for sure throughout the year. So, it's not like you're, missing your opportunity to come hang out with us and have the best balls in town. The Bear balls, the Moink balls, all of them are I mean, they do balls better than anybody. They do meat better than anybody. And any kind of meat you want, they can cook it up for you. Best you've ever had. Guaranteed. I saw on their Instagram yesterday, I'm hoping that this is going to be a new menu item, but the Bear Attack egg roll.
Oh.
Mac and cheese and the meat wrapped up into an egg roll thing. What do you call that? The
wrapper?
Yeah, but what's it made out of? They call it, I forget what it's made of. Anyway, you put it in the egg roll wrapper, and oh my gosh, deep fry that sucker, dip it in some of that brisket gravy. You're on to something. Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue, they're on the cutting edge of succulent meat.
Tank, I need you to do me a favor and really look at a picture of Biff Poggi, because this is your future.
I've seen it, Jeremy, and I don't need to see no more. You know how you end up like
but you
Biff
were younger
Poggi?
then. You were younger then. Skin was still taut. Biff is your future.
Gross. Bear Smokehouse Barbecue. Quit stepping on my read.
Looks
You're
like you opened the
insulting me
barn
in the
door.
middle of a commercial. Come on.
Bingo.
Bear Smokehouse Barbecue. BearsBBQ.com. Jeremy's a jerk.
Poor Tank's going to look like they opened the barnyard door and all the animals came rushing out.
Oh, anyhow, to me, the number one lesson of the week was the Bills ain't dead, and if you wanna throw dirt on them, you be my guest.
I will not be doing that.
No.
I also noticed there are some very bizarre lines for next week. Have you looked at the preliminary lines for next week yet?
I have not. Let's see.
All right, don't look at them yet. I want to play a fun game of Guess the Line.
Okay.
I just want to see how close you come to all of this.
Okay.
Green Bay at the Chicago Bears.
Bears -1.5.
That's exactly, or no, you flipped it. It's Green Bay -1.5.
Wow. Okay.
I'm a little surprised by that.
Okay.
Chargers at the Cowboys.
Ooh, Chargers -5.5.
You were wrong at Chargers.
Stop it.
Dallas is a 1.5 point favorite against the Los Angeles Chargers.
Okay.
Kansas City Chiefs at Tennessee Titans.
Kansas City -2.5.
3.5. With Gardner Minshew, you think that makes that big of a difference? I mean, it's a huge difference. Don't get me wrong.
Does. It makes a huge difference.
Within a field goal of the Titans?
The Titans have, they've played two close ones, haven't they?
Woo. They're still not good.
Yeah, neither are the Chiefs, though.
I don't disagree.
You rag
with
on
you.
that defense all the time.
Oh, no doubt. It's not good. But the Titans are a whole new level of bad.
31-29 against the Browns, 37-24 against the 49ers. That was respectable, at least.
Yep, it'll be respectable against Kansas City too. It just won't be within a field goal and the hook.
I don't know. That one could be 20-17. I wouldn't be surprised.
Final one: Patriots at the Ravens.
Oh boy. Ravens -1.5.
I was about to say, if you get this right, you're a witch. It's Ravens -3. That might be the dumbest single line I've ever seen in my life. It's like Vegas is daring me to do it, and somehow New England loses that game by 4, and blood comes shooting out of my ears.
Yep. It took me a minute. I wanted to say New England would have been favored there, but Baltimore at home, they're not going to do that today.
That means it'd be a pick 'em in New England. I want you to think about what I just said.
Nuts.
Even Stephen Tao just went, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore's a 3-point favorite. Yep. Yep.
Seems like an interesting scenario for those of you in the gambling world.
It's just a strange line. Not going to lie. Jeremy's already gone to DraftKings Sportsbook and put down a shekel or two.
You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. Power Rankings Tuesday begins. Up next, we're doing it a little different. If you're not in the playoff hunt, you don't matter. 1 through 19 coming up next.
ESPN Asheville.
And we're clear.
This week, we're not letting you ruin it.
On deck for the afternoon, plenty of sun.
You ruined it. You ruined
Next
it.
cold front gets here. Don't get too afraid. Not really a lot colder, not like this past areas. Sun today, 53. Tonight, a little more overcast later, 30. Tomorrow, cloudy,
1 hour
55.
down, and then I'm off for 2 days.
55. Then Friday, sunshine, a little bit colder, 43. For the Weather Channel, meteorologist Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by
Bojangles. It's always bow time.
It's bow time. Some people think steak is only for dinner, but not at Bojangles. We're talking thick, hearty, mouth-watering steak, country fried to perfection and served up on a fresh and fluffy buttermilk biscuit. Right now, grab 2 steak biscuits for $5 to start your day. It's bow time.
Every now and then I rinse it out, and I need Downy rinse tonight, and I need it more. My king was the bed and the smell never leaves. I don't know what to do, I'm always in the dark. The sweat in that short smells like a dog park. Downy rinse it tonight.
Downy Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
Rinse it out.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon. Hello? You won't believe where I am. Are you running? Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture. And then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Got guests coming? Lowe's December Deal Drops is the perfect time to upgrade. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances. Shop Lowe's December Deal Drops today. Valid through 12/17. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions. Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
The Ingles Giving Tree, benefiting Manna Food Bank, is back up at the Asheville Mall for the season. We know nothing can hold back the holiday spirit of giving in Western North Carolina, and we remember the needs of our neighbors this year. Drop off non-perishable items in the donation barrels at Ingles locations, donate online, or at the Ingles Giving Tree at the Asheville Mall. Help Ingles Markets, iHeartRadio, Asheville, WLOS, and Asheville Citizen Times ensure Manna Food Bank can fill thousands of empty plates this season. Together, we can make a difference.
The Sportsocracy.
You are a regular nuclear meltdown. You better cool off.
This is ESPN Asheville, Asheville's #1 sports station.
Coming up the middle on a blitz. He throws to the end zone. Touchdown.
Beer City's Tar Heel station.
Off the back. Iron Wilson comes soaring in to dunk it home.
Home of the Sportsocracy.
He said, Kyle Shanahan asked, why isn't tic-tac-toe named Hugs and Kisses?
Hugs and Kisses.
Now that's all Tech's going to call it.
Live from the Ingles studio, weekdays at noon. ESPN Asheville.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have: Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
'Twas the day before Christmas, and at the North Pole, the elves were all gleeful, mind, body, and soul. The gifts they were wrapping the cookies were yummy, with Ingalls ingredients to delight every tummy. The joy in the air was as thick as the snow, and Santa was prepping to make Christmas a go. From making to baking, content as you please, when off in the distance they heard a loud sneeze. Santa was sick, and this just wouldn't do, so the elves hopped a sleigh, and to Ingalls they flew. OJ and honey and tissues galore, they grabbed every cure as they ran through the store. Christmas was saved, because those elves were amazing. With big thanks to Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
From the Ingalls Studio, WPEK Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, W225 CJ Candler, an iHeart radio station, guaranteed human. The Sportsocracy.
It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
The Sportsocracy.
Shake it, back!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingalls Studio.
And we're back on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM and 1400. The Sportsocracy, heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app. Seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, join us in the chat. Today is
Power Rankings Tuesday. Oh.
Did I catch you in the middle of a yawn there?
Nope. You got me in the middle of a pizza roll that was really hot.
Of course. Christmas tree cakes and pizza rolls, gang. That is the that is the soundtrack to a vacation. It is Power Rankings Tuesday. Course.
Tank, we've been over this. I'm really just a giant toddler.
You are.
Chicken nuggets, pizza rolls, and zebra tea cakes, and I'm a happy boy.
He came into the last commercial break, just rattling the wrapper in the microphone. It's like, guess what I'm eating? Christmas tree cake.
Amy went to our local Ingalls, low prices, love the savings, to make sure I had snacks, so I would not bother her while she did her work.
Indeed. You are a toddler.
I am 100% a toddler. Tank,
We're going to throw these Christmas tree cakes out on the floor and just let him go.
Tank, it takes 3 full-grown humans to keep me alive on a daily basis.
Yep.
They watch me in shifts. It's almost like a babysitter and 2 parents, and that's what I have to keep me alive.
Well, we're glad that you're getting the support that you need, young man.
I just hope that I can grow up to be big and strong and yell dirty things on the radio.
Well, it's time to power rank the playoff contending teams in the NFL. We've got 19 teams still in the mix for a playoff spot. If you're eliminated from the playoffs today, you do not matter. So, start from the bottom. Now we're here. At number 19, the Week 15 Power Rankings.
The Carolina Panthers.
The Panthers have hope. They just don't seem to have the ability to capitalize. Just like the team at 18.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Figured we might as well do these together since they're playing this week. The NFC South title on the line. And the NFC South winner will get to host a playoff game, unfortunately. The Carolina Panthers have what to be hopeful for over the next 3 weeks?
That Tampa Bay poops their pants the way that we all know they can.
That was the right answer. Good for you. You walked you right down the path on that one. The biggest hope for Carolina right now is that Tampa Bay just absolutely refuses to win this division.
And look, it could happen.
100%.
Because Tampa Bay is really, 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 really bad. I mean, it's all on 2 games. The Seattle game, I've done all of the math here. That Seattle game means less than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucks, who do they play in the weekend between these 2 games?
The Dolphins.
I was about to say it's somebody bad. I remember that much.
Yeah, the Dolphins.
That game with the Dolphins means less than nothing. You have to beat Tampa Bay. That's where it sits. You beat them, you get in. If you don't beat them, you don't get in. And it's the same thing for Tampa Bay.
Precisely. Can Dave Canales and Bryce Young lead this team to the division title?
I don't think anybody's leading anybody to anything in this division. It's just a question of which one of you is the less bad.
Is who backs into the playoffs quicker? Okay. All right. So there's nothing to hope for here.
Well, I mean, look, I said this last night. If you're a Panther fan, you have a lot to be happy about because you're way ahead of where we thought you would be.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody that's not a crazy lunatic Panther fan would have told you that 3 games left in the season, they're tied with Tampa Bay. Atlanta's 3 full games or 2 full games behind them. And the Saints are 3 full games behind them.
Mm-hmm.
This is solely your division. I don't think even the most gung-ho Panther fan would have thought that. So you're right there. The question is, which version of Bryce Young are you going to get? And which version of the Panthers do we get on the road?
Mm-hmm.
Because look, if you look at Carolina on the road over the course of this year, there are some really puzzlingly bad performances. And then there's the one that
Green Bay
makes no sense,
right,
where you beat a team that's pretty good on the road.
Mm-hmm. Was one of those game script games. Hand the ball off 800 times and play keep away. I honestly cannot say as a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan that I have any kind of idea on how this is going to go. Because I don't know that there's inspired football to be played on either side here. Carolina Panthers, you got more of a reason. There's more of a reason for you to want it more, to me. Right, Tampa's been here. We've backed into the playoffs. We've won the division outright past 5 years. And it's gone to the same place every time. Carolina, on the other hand, you ain't been to the playoffs in a long time. It's been, 2017?
Something like
years
that.
Since you've been to the playoffs. And Dave Canales being able to say that they won the division still matters, even though it's the worst division out there.
So,
because of how bad you were, making that jump in a year, I think is worth something.
Let me ask you a question, and I'm really curious. You're the Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan.
Yes.
Which of these is greater? The excitement for the Carolina Panthers of where they are, or the disappointment in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers of where they are?
The disappointment in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I disagree with you. I disagree with you because it was way more predictable that Tampa Bay would be here than that Carolina would be. Because if you remember in the preseason, we said this very same thing was coming. We just got the team wrong. Tampa Bay's not wildly far off from where you should have thought they were. And I'll die on this hill. If you thought this team was better than what you've seen, I'm going to need you to explain to me why. And before you comment on that, I know you're going to.
Of course.
I want you to think about what I'm going to say here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the losses to the Saints and the Falcons in these last 2 weeks, not great. Before that, you lost at the Rams, at the Bills, the Patriots, who we all knew were going to be better and are very obviously better than we thought, at the Lions and the Eagles. You beat a Seahawks team that I would not have thought you were going to beat coming into this year, and you beat a 49ers team that I would not have thought you would have beat coming into this year. You're exactly where I would have thought you would be. As a matter of fact, I think when we broke the schedule down, you were 7-7 coming into this, and so were the Falcons. I just had the team wrong.
Right.
Carolina, I couldn't figure out how they got to more than 5 wins because of how their schedule laid out.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of Baker and Mike and Godwin and those guys looking around going, yeah, this is about right. We're not a 12-win team. We never were. We knew the defense was not any better than this.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what Todd Bowles yields you.
The problem is, beginning of the season, okay, maybe I can agree with you. I don't, but I can. But maybe I can get there. That they're happier than we are sad. When we beat the Cardinals after the Rams game, it was a foregone conclusion in everyone's minds that this was going to be a 12-win season. You had the Saints, the Falcons, the Panthers twice, and the Dolphins. If you were the same team that beat the Seahawks and the 49ers, you should roll through those games. It was a quick disappointment. Didn't take long.
Ooh.
But it was a quick disappointment.
Oh, I think this is a good time to bring back a line that I've said to you no less than 100 times, Tank. When does Todd Bowles show himself? When you expect anything out of him.
Mm-hmm.
He will leave you sitting on the sidewalk waiting on him to pick you up, unlike anybody in the history of the NFL. The minute you believe in him, he will let you down.
Of course. And this is the worst one. This
is not the worst one.
Yeah, it is.
Not in his career. It might be in Tampa Bay. It is not the worst one.
This is the worst that it has been.
He took a Jets team that should have won a division and missed the playoffs. That's the worst one ever, and I'll be honest with you, I'll never forget it. It's the reason that I look at him and go, I don't give a damn what you do for the rest of your life. Your book is already written for me because I know who you are as a coach, because that never changes. If you're the guy that cannot deal with expectations, you will always be the guy that cannot deal with expectations. Yep. And now I'm looking at a team that's lost, 6 of 8? And I'm not even kind of surprised.
Mm-hmm.
The Saints loss, okay, maybe that one caught me a little off guard, although I did say going into that week I wouldn't be shocked if they lost to the Saints. I'm not surprised with where Tampa Bay is. I'm just not. I never thought this team was any better than this.
But the fan base is.
Your fan base is also lunatics. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think Tampa Bay has one of the craziest, top 5 craziest fan bases in this league. Because it's so obvious of what you're watching, but you want it to be different than it is. I don't think there's any, and I'll be honest with you, you did this. Because you showed me all these message boards that you're a member of, and I've joined them, and I watch some of this stuff and go, are you people out of your freaking minds?
They are. They are.
You started 6-1, and people started talking Super Bowl, and I'm the one sitting here going, 3 of those wins are against the Falcons, Texans, and Jets, right?
Texans doesn't look too bad, does it?
It did then, because at that point it was a mediocre defense. that couldn't score to save their lives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, this is the worst it's been for Todd Bowles in Tampa Bay. Because every other season that he's been through, I mean, other than the first year where Brady and they backed into the playoffs that year, that wasn't a very streaky year. But every other year has been finish strong and make the playoffs. It's been win 6 out of 7 and make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
This is you started out super hot, and then you're fumbling games that you should walk in and win.
Uh-huh.
So
that's the Todd Bowles way. Yeah. That's what they will put on his headstone when he does. Mm-hmm. He will fumble away, a sure thing. He is another, like I was saying in the last hour, that a girl says, hey, you want to come back to my place? And he's like, can I bring my Pokemon cards? Right. Yep, that's Todd Bowles. We have our first super chat of the day.
All right.
It's from Kevin Mullen, which means it's a Shanahanism. Kyle Shanahan's wife wanted him to try a Southern accent in the bedroom to spice things up. After trying it, she said, I believe I meant more Matthew McConaughey and less Foghorn Leghorn. I see. There's so many things I want to say right here, and I can't do it. Oh, you can just assume. Jordan Addison, Jalen Waddle, or Zay Flowers this week, pick 2.
Flowers and Addison.
I don't know that I agree with you. The problem with Zay Flowers is he's going to get a lot of Christian Gonzalez, which is not. I mean, it's not like Pat Surtain, but it is daunting. Jordan Addison's definitely one because the Giants are just awful.
He's going to get a steady dose of Cordell Flott.
I'm going to go Addison Waddle.
Okay.
The Bengals are so bad.
All right, there you go. There's your answer. You can super chat your topic or any questions that you have throughout the program. It goes right to the top of the list. Let's see, number 17 on the Week 16 Power Rankings.
Let's take a break before we get into that because the next two of the next 3, they go together as well.
Oh, okay. Well, we're just doing them in bunches. We'll be right back here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville.
This is the story of the one.
Clear.
HVAC technician. He and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever, best sleep with the flu medicine.
Honey, take this cold medicine so you can go to sleep and shut up so I can play video games.
The Tar Heel stage.
Tar Heels on the run. Trimble to the cup layup. Count it in the foul.
This is Carolina.
If you drink a lot of it, we're going to have a lot of fun.
Nothing but net from the rookie. Out to Trimble. He'll try another triple. Counted.
The home of the 6-time national champions.
Drives and hammers it home. Hello, you fella.
This is your radio home for the Tar Heels.
Asheville's home for the Tar Heels is ESPN Asheville.
Hey everybody, it's Chuck and Josh from the Stuff You Should Know podcast, and it's that time of year again when we knuckle down to do our annual holiday episodes.
We collected our best past classic holiday episodes and compiled them into a 12 Days of Christmas Toys playlist that the whole family can enjoy.
That's right, maybe you missed it the first time we detailed the history of Beanie Babies, Monopoly, or yo-yos, and a whole lot more.
So open your free iHeartRadio app, search Stuff You Should Know, and listen now.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
At Ingles, whether we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park, it's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
The Sportsocracy.
The ceiling is the roof. Let's make it happen. Let's keep moving forward.
And welcome back into the Sportsocracy, coming to you live from the Ingles studio and the NFLDraft.net Mullet Manor. It's a Power Rankings Tuesday. Coming up next at number 17 in the Week 16 Power Rankings.
I've had my pizza rolls, and now it's time for my nap. The Dallas Cowboys.
You need your Banky and your Baba too.
Yep, it's my nap time. I'm a child. Dallas is you're just not there. I mean, look, I appreciate what you did throwing draft capital at the defense. You're just not a threat. And I'll be honest with you, I think Dallas is probably better than a couple of the teams I have them behind right here. There is no chance of them making the playoffs.
No.
Do I think they're better than the Panthers and the Bucks? Yes, I do. But, I mean, do you understand what they need to have happen just to make the playoffs?
Well, they have to win out, and the Eagles have to lose out, right?
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what has to happen.
Yeah.
And in that means that Philadelphia has to lose to Washington twice. Not going to happen.
Dallas very well could win out. I mean, they got the Chargers this week, and that's not – I don't think that would be completely out of the ordinary.
It would shock me.
Should the Cowboys beat the Chargers. I mean, you got to remember, it's the Chargers. We think this is better Chargers teams than in years past, but Chargers going to Charger. They can find a way.
I love that you say that about a team that's won 6 of 7, including 2 over the defending Super Bowl combatants.
Yes,
I get it. They're not the same team as they were as last year, but still.
Mm-hmm.
The Chargers have just had a really odd season in that they have 4 losses and 3 of them make absolutely no sense.
There you go. Kind of making my point. Or are you saying that they've had their fill this year? That cup's been filled, they won't have another one.
I mean, it fills that cup up pretty significantly to lose to the Giants and the Commanders in back-to-back weeks.
Mm-hmm. Aside from that, Cowboys, Texans, Broncos. I actually wouldn't be stunned to watch them just lose out.
I would be shocked to see them lose out. I would be shocked to see them lose out. Dallas is an interesting team to me moving forward. Solely because I look at the roster and go, with the addition of Quinnen Williams, I think that's a positive.
Mm-hmm.
The defense should be better. I like what you're getting out of Donovan Ezeraku, getting Marvin Overshown back. The secondary is just absolutely awful. You have the most expensive, awful secondary I've ever seen in my life. And they kind of remind me of they kind of remind me of the next team on the list.
At number 16,
the Indianapolis Colts. You're dead. I didn't have a problem with Indianapolis until they were dead.
Mm-hmm. Phillip Rivers doesn't inspire much confidence. I think it was fun for a minute, and then it quickly became, well, you know, we're. I don't need to see this again. Like this past week was enough. Like, we should just call it quits, be done with Phillip Rivers, let him go back and be like, hey, you remember that time he came out and he almost beat the Seahawks? Wasn't that fun? And then we moved back to Riley Leonard and everything went, you know.
Yeah, it'd be like how we talk about Bobby Boucher if he hadn't led the Mud Dogs to win in the Bourbon Bowl. You remember that time Bobby Boucher almost came back and won the Bourbon Bowl? That doesn't resonate the same way.
Yeah. But if you go out here and you get squished over the next 3 weeks to the 49ers and the Jaguars and the Texans, how memorable is that comeback?
I'll make a deal with the Indianapolis Colts right now. I'll let you bring Phillip Rivers out to the 50-yard line at Lucas Oil Stadium on Monday in pregame warmups. And every time on air he's able to throw a ball from the 50-yard line and land it in the end zone, I'll give you a touchdown. This game will start 0-0.
Mm-hmm.
There's a better chance of Nathaniel Tankerous Spencer IV dropping a 50-yard dot right now than Phillip Rivers.
I don't need him to have the big arm, he says. I just need him to run the offense. Yeah, to almost beat somebody.
Yeah, he's not
That's
good.
about where you're at, though.
He's not good. And he is proof positive that the Tank Spencer kiss of death is not just real, but should be feared and studied.
Why?
Because you killed the Indianapolis Colts. You believed in them for one U.S. week, and they were dead by the next week.
Mm-hmm. They lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it was over. At number 15.
These two go together as well. The Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
And
then 14.
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay.
Yeah, so we basically had three pairings so far. The NFC South, the It Was Cute But You're Dead Now, and the AFC North. And now we can get into the real, actual, honest-to-God contenders to do something. I think Baltimore has a better roster. I think Pittsburgh's a better team right now.
Okay. Just the team camaraderie of the scrappers just grabbing you.
Well, even hearing Aaron Rodgers talk about all these guys that came off the scrap heap. By the way, don't be shocked when Alan Lazard is a Steeler in 2 days.
Yep.
Because he just got cut by the Jets, and I promise you he'll be a Steeler before many more sundowns have come and gone.
Mm-hmm.
There's just nothing to the Ravens that I have any belief in. And I get it. You've won, 6 of 8? And you beat the Jets and the Bengals and the Browns and the Vikings and the Dolphins. Hey, you got one over the Bears. Great. That was 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
You played the Bengals, lost. Thursday Night Football, Thanksgiving night, and you lost to the Steelers. You haven't looked impressive in any of these games. And I think Lamar's still hurt. I do laugh that New England is somehow a dog to them. That just doesn't make a lick of sense to me.
Yeah, I don't really understand it either.
And now that being said, I don't buy into Pittsburgh really either. It's a mediocre team.
How can you?
It's a mediocre team, but look who they have left on the schedule. They play the Lions this week. Okay, that game means virtually nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You play the Browns, who can't score, and then you have one with the Ravens. And I'll be honest with you, I won't be shocked if they beat the Lions. I know that sounds crazy to say. I won't be shocked if they beat the Lions.
Why?
That Lions defense is really, really, really bad.
Okay. Enough where what DK Metcalf is going to kill him?
DK will abuse them if Aaron Rodgers can get him the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I just find it funny that Baltimore gets the benefit of the doubt for having beaten all of these teams. And I'm talking about from Vegas, not from really fans here. Baltimore gets the benefit of the doubt in spite of the fact they haven't had a game where they look like Pittsburgh did last night this entire season. And I know it was against a Miami team playing in the cold. They're not good in the cold, and they're not good, period. I just find it funny that two teams that have been this similar for this long, one of them gets the benefit of the doubt and the other one doesn't.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of them has Lamar Jackson and the other one doesn't.
Who's been terrible.
Yeah, but
nobody wants to talk about that. He's been terrible.
But you still know what he is. And that's
I know what he has been.
He has that in him, and we all go, where's it at? Why aren't you tapping into it? Why can't you figure it out? I'm expecting him to pull it together 3 weeks, for the last 3 weeks of the season is a little much. But, I mean, that's why that happens. Because you're at home and you still have a capability. We just haven't seen it.
No doubt. Every team in the AFC would much prefer that the Baltimore Ravens don't make the playoffs and Pittsburgh does.
Yes.
Stephen Tao said Thanksgiving was a short week. It was a short week for every team that played. Why did Baltimore look like the team that absolutely had no clue what they were doing? I mean, Thanksgiving night was embarrassing. The defense was lost against a team that's not any good. And I get it. Lamar's been hurt. You give me all of the excuses for Baltimore. It doesn't change what they are. I understand what they can be. The product that they've put on the field is not good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've said this no less than 8 times in the last 2 days. They are the one team I look at and go, if you make the playoffs and you figure out a way to put this together, that's not going to stun me. If Pittsburgh makes the playoffs, they get obliterated by whoever they play in the first round.
Right.
Baltimore has a higher ceiling, but also a lower floor. That's
right.
The way to say that.
Yes. As far as the Steelers go, I mean, do you have anything wise to say about them going down the stretch here?
No, they're doing the exact same thing that Baltimore's doing. They're just not getting any kind of respect for it.
Mm-hmm.
They're winning games that they shouldn't. Yes, they got blown out by the Buffalo Bills. They lost a close one to the Bears. But, I mean, if you look at who Pittsburgh's lost to, they should have lost practically every game they've lost.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills are better than them. The Bears are better than them. So are the Chargers. So are the Packers. So are the Seahawks. They're holding serve against the teams that are better than. And if that carries out for the rest of the year, then you're going to get Ravens, Steelers, and we'll know who's better as soon as that's over.
You are in the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville. It's a Power Rankings Tuesday. working our way into the top 13 when we come back.
ESPN Asheville.
You clear.
Their forecast. On deck for the afternoon, plenty of sunshine. A couple of dry days in a row before the next.
Bowls!
Get too afraid. Not really a lot colder, not like this past air is. So sun today, 53. Tonight, a little more overcast later, 30. Tomorrow, cloudy, 55. Chance of rain Thursday afternoon, 55. And then Friday, sunshine and a little bit colder, 43. For the Weather Channel, meteorologist Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive Insurance, you can keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today. That's careers.progressive.com.
This holiday season, Capital One reminds you to give yourself the gift of 1.5% cash back with the Capital One Quicksilver Card.
Can I earn 1.5% cash back on birds?
Birds?
What if you sent your true love 2 turtle doves plus a partridge in a pear tree?
Sure, but why would anyone want that?
The song was very convincing.
Earn 1.5% cash back on all your holiday purchases with the Capital One Quicksilver Card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Tess, what's up?
Oh, you know, the CFO needs me to book a week of travel. I'm days behind on invoices. The plants in the lobby are dying, and now I have to order lunch for 80 with gluten-free options.
Just use EasyCater.
EasyCater?
One platform built for workplaces. Tons of great restaurants, any group size, with tools to meet dietary needs and stay on budget. Plus, rewards.
Rewards?
You earn rewards points when you order. Good for discounts or even gift cards for you.
Now that's what's up.
EasyCater, the easy, rewarding way to order food for work. Order now at easycater.com.
Make iHeartRadio your #1 holiday app. Hundreds of non-stop Christmas stations like iHeart Christmas and festive playlists are waiting. Open the app, search holiday, and press play.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo! Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
These guys are a f***ing disgrace.
We're back on a Power Rankings Tuesday. Jeremy Greene joining us from the NFLDraft.net Mullet Manor. I'm coming to you live from the Ingles studio. The playoff teams are the only thing that matters anymore. The playoff races, I guess I should say. Or the
other than the draft.
Anymore.
And we'll start that probably over Christmas.
That's one of those things down the road.
It's not down the road. Bill Workman and I met yesterday. Trust me, it's not that far down the road. It's 127 days to the 2026 NFL Draft. 127 long days.
I was going to say, that's enough time to recover from an ACL surgery. So,
Yes.
You really push it. It is week 16 in the NFL. We only got 3 games left on the regular season schedule. What
We have a super chat. You're gonna have to read it because I don't know that I can say that. But that's really, really good.
Good night. All right. Let's see.
Read it all the way through before you read it out loud. That's the best piece of advice I can give you.
Yeah, I don't think we can.
I think you have to replace bucks with dollars.
That's a borderline. Yeah. Shanahan and Ananism. Kyle Shanahan says when lady reindeers hit the town, they're gonna blow a few dollars. Question: you see any college coach making the jump to the NFL this offseason?
No. I think there will be calls. I don't quite know to who. Marcus Freeman's the one that jumps off the board to me. And that's really more just the contenders are so bad. Like, how many coaching candidates could you actively name right now?
Oh, not many. I mean, beyond like Joe Brady and yeah, that's about it. That's about the only one worth anything.
So ESPN put out a list of the top coaching candidates for the 2026 hiring cycle.
This should be good.
Vance Joseph, Chris Shula, Jeff Hafley, who I think will get a job and I like a lot.
There's one.
Joe Brady,
yeah.
Robert Saleh, Jesse Minter, Clint Kubiak, and then the two that made me laugh a whole lot, Matt Nagy and Arthur Smith. That was their top 9.
Arthur Smith?
Arthur Smith.
Stop it.
If a team hires Arthur Smith, you should legally be allowed to change teams.
What about Kafka? Wasn't he on the list?
Kafka, I think, has a shot at getting the Giants job. I think he will interview for a couple others. I heard this the other day, and now I can't unhear it. A team will fall for Matt Nagy. Mike Kafka becomes the OC of the Chiefs. They wind up back in the playoffs, possibly in the Super Bowl next year, and next year is when he gets a coaching job.
Right. Next year is when Andy Reid retires.
Yes, and hands the reins to Mike Kafka and goes, finally, the prodigal coach has returned.
Right. I've got my guy now. I got him. I just had to wait long enough to get him back in the fold, and I think this is a guy we might be able to hand this franchise over to. I could see that.
Kevin Mullen said, my wife has a thicker mustache than Arthur Smith. And the sad thing, that's not even a shot at your wife. Shave that thing off your face, Arthur Smith. I just want to know how he looks in a mirror every day and goes, nailed it. This is a good look.
Honestly, when you're as ugly as we are, that's all you can do. You don't even look in the mirror anymore. You're just like, you know what? Screw it. I don't even want to look at that thing today.
You get out of the shower and you just walk with your head down by the middle. Nope.
Yep.
No.
Yep. You just hold the towel up in front of the big mirror so you
can
see yourself. Sitting there staring at yourself in the mirror going, why can't I be a vampire? Because I don't want to see that.
How did I let it get this bad?
Right. Like, I don't know how other people hold their lunch down when I'm in the room with them. How is this possible?
Hey, just remember, there's always Biff Poggi.
There's always Biff Poggi. Yes. Let's get back into the power rankings here. It is, like I say, week 16 in the NFL at number 13.
The San Francisco 4th and Niners.
Still no faith in the 49ers. What have they done to give you faith?
Not a single thing.
What have they done to give the fan base faith?
I just don't understand.
Because I feel like the fan base still thinks this is a Super Bowl team.
Well, it's hard not to look at a team that's 10-4 and go, yeah, we're great, until you realize that you beat the Seahawks in a squeaker in week 1. You beat the Rams in the middle of the season on Thursday Night Football. Other than that, you've beaten the Titans, Browns, Panthers, Cardinals, Giants, Falcons, Cardinals, and Saints. Good Lord, that is a max schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, the San Francisco 49ers found a way to play a max schedule. I just don't see anything with them.
Mm-hmm.
The weapons don't do anything for me because it's Kittle and McCaffrey and nothing else. I think your receivers are mediocre at best.
Right. Jawan Jennings is the best. Pearsall makes plays every now and then.
I would say Jawan Jennings is a back-end 1, pretty decent 2. Pearsall's a 3 at best. Kendrick Bourne's a 4 at best. DeMarcus Robinson's a 5 at best.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and by the way, your quarterback's mediocre and your defense is not very good. I just don't see anything there. The irony is I feel the exact same way about the team at 13 that I do the team at 12.
At number 12.
The Green Bay Packers. Without Micah Parsons, you are the San Francisco 49ers. Oh, let's do it item by item. You have a really good running back that I don't understand how he doesn't get more work than the already sizable workload that he gets. Mm-hmm. You have one target that I even reasonably believe in, and he's hurt all the time. Your quarterback is mediocre at best, but people love to tell me how good he is, and he's overpaid. Your pass rush is inconsistent, and there's only one guy that gets home. Your linebacking core's got talent, but I don't think they're great, and your secondary does not have one stud in it that I could possibly name. Every word I just said applies to the Packers and the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
You're the same team.
I mean,
one of you's just got
the whole wide receiver thing, but you hit most of them.
Wait, what did I say about what part of the wide receiver thing did you not agree with?
About the wide receivers, you said what was it? You said they have a target you can trust.
Jaden Reed.
You trust Christian Watson?
No, I trust Jaden Reed.
Oh,
that's the only one they got, and he's hurt all the time.
Mm.
They're the exact same team. And the funny thing is, I think there's a better than zero chance they play each other in the playoffs.
Mm. And somebody gets to advance. And we'll see.
If those two don't play each other, I have no doubt they will lose to whoever they play. If the playoffs started today, San Francisco would play the Seattle Seahawks. Or no. They'd play the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Packers would play the Bears, and I would take the Eagles and Bears in both of those.
I would agree, especially without Michael Parsons being able to make some kind of an impact for the defense on the Green Bay side. I feel like that's your good was on such thin ice that Micah made the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Micah pushed you over to make you a good team. Now I'm very interested to see what this team's going to look like this week because they play the Bears on Saturday.
Are you in favor of Saturday football?
Yes.
Do you only want to do it when we don't have college football?
No.
I want to do it every week.
Agreed.
I think we're missing a great opportunity in that 3:30 window on Saturdays. Because nobody in college football wants to play in that window.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. The SEC has a game there every other week. But even now, they're shading those to the night slate. You can't tell me there's a reason that we shouldn't be having Saturday games. Oh, but you're worried about – I don't care. I care about like 20 teams in college football. You mean I'm not going to get to see Pittsburgh play Boston College? Oh, shoot. How will my life go on?
Who would rather run that game? The question is, where would it be? You couldn't have it on CBS.
Amazon. Netflix.
Amazon? You're one of the streamers? Okay. Peacock,
Apple TV. Peacock. I don't care. Any of them. They all are excrement apps that you make me pay for so I can watch football. And they all suck and they crash all the time.
Yeah, don't put anything
that is
on
my
Apple
old
TV.
man yelling at clouds.
Yeah. Don't put anything on Apple TV, please. I'm good.
That's the one I've never paid for. I never did. What was that show that the soccer show that was on Apple TV that everybody liked?
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. Yeah, I never watched that because I refused to pay for Apple TV.
Yeah, no, we paid for it, watched Ted Lasso, and then canceled it. Because what? I don't need that.
I refuse to give Apple money. I feel like if I give Apple money, then they own my soul, and I don't like that.
I have to. Half of my household has Apple phones, so I have to.
I will not allow people to live in my home that have Apple phones. No.
Oh, man, working our way through the power rankings. Week 16 NFL season is coming to a close. The Green Bay Packers at 12. San Francisco 49ers at 13. How about number 11?
The Jacksonville Jaguars. I think now we're getting into the I don't want to play you, but I'm not necessarily scared of you tier.
No. This. I mean, Jacksonville is still one of those, like, yeah, I see what you're doing, and it looks pretty good, but I still don't know if you can do this when it matters. I don't know if you can go in against a good team in a playoff situation and win that game. You're pretty good at, beating the bad teams.
They've beaten a lot of bad teams.
They have.
And some of them they have beaten the absolute heber-jeebers out of.
Oh, yeah.
And they've got a couple good wins. Look, you beat the Chiefs, who at that time weren't killed. You beat the 49ers in San Francisco. You beat the Texans. And you slaughtered the Los Angeles Chargers. I get it. I like you. I think you're a year away.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you remember when we loved the trade from the Atlanta Falcons to the Rams where they got James Pierce, because we're like, that makes you a borderline playoff team. And we said the Jacksonville Jaguars just gave up a top 5 pick for Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
That didn't work out so hot.
It did not.
Because one of them did give up a top 10 pick. It's just not the one we were railing on.
Yeah, shocker of shockers, it was the Atlanta Falcons again.
The Atlanta Falcons.
Of course, Atlanta Falcons against Jacksonville Jaguars is just, that's like the all-time NFL game of Rochambeau. Just
no doubt.
What do we have to be happy about?
And the Jets will officiate it, and the Browns will be the sky judge.
Right. Just useless. And that's why when we get to this point, I can't buy you.
Really?
I mean, I've seen you go into the playoffs before and not look good.
But never like this.
Never like this.
I don't think the Jaguars have looked like this since Tom Coughlin.
No, that offense is humming.
That offense is good.
But the question is, let's see what the matchup. Well, my first matchup would be the Buffalo Bills. So I'm not really scared of that if I'm the Jaguars.
I think that would be the best. Just looking at the matchups as they sit, if we got in the playoffs, what we're getting right now, I think that would be the best matchup of Week 1.
I would agree.
And certainly in the AFC. I think it would be across the board, but it definitely would be in the AFC.
I mean, depending on how they're playing at the time, Houston, New England could be real good. 'Cause that's a defensive matchup between two teams that can play defense.
But one of them can't score. That's where Houston dies on the vine for me. You can't score.
But if I keep the other team from scoring, I don't have to score too much. I get 1 or 2 good plays out of Nico Collins or what's the young guy's name just went out. Jaden Higgins. You get a couple of big plays out of those guys, and your defense is good enough with 7 sacks, you can cause some damage.
The Houston Texans are comical to me. Nico Collins has had a 1,000-yard season. Dalton Schultz is at 650 yards. They don't have another receiver on the team that has over 400.
Right.
That is insane to look at with 3 games left in the season.
It hasn't been a whole lot of production behind Nico.
My God. Nico missed a game, and he has almost half of their 20-plus yard receptions.
Mm-hmm.
Houston's a bonkers team to me.
But you can be I don't know, you can be lesser than on offense if you have a great defense. Clearly they do.
Houston's the team that has a path. Houston's the team that has a path through the playoffs of, all right, so just in theory, let's say they get New England. New England's offensive line's killed. You're missing both your tackles. They're going to harass Drake May.
Mm-hmm.
Then let's say you get through that one. And in round 2, you get
Denver.
No, Denver's not the one. I going defense against defense. I don't want to do that.
No, but I'm saying
that's who you would play.
Okay, yeah.
I'm talking about in theory. In a perfect world.
Oh, okay.
Houston winds up being the 5, and they play Pittsburgh, and then they go New England, and then they get Denver. You could win those first 2, and I don't think it would be that shocking if you did.
Yeah, even the Chargers.
Oh, the Chargers they would kill, but one of them actually has to find a way to win their division. I don't think either one of them's going.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. They'd both be wild cards. So I was thinking, you give me that matchup, I'll do that all day.
And Ross,
you throw me out a team that's on their 7th tackle of the season in.
No doubt. And Ross and Chez, I'm not trying to shade your Texans. The thing that bothers me about Houston is they can't run.
Right.
It is really hard for me to believe in defensive teams that can't run.
Yeah. You are in the Sportsocracy
defense a lot.
Yep. It's ESPN Asheville, a Power Rankings Tuesday, Week 16. We'll have the top 10 next.
ESPN Asheville.
Clear.
Thank you.
Your mountain weather forecast.
On deck for the afternoon, plenty of sunshine. A couple of dry days in a row before the next cold front gets here. Don't get too afraid. Not really a lot colder, not like this past air is. So sun today, 53. Tonight, a little more overcast later, 30. Tomorrow, cloudy, 55. Chance of rain Thursday afternoon, 55. And then Friday, sunshine and a little bit colder, 43. For the Weather Channel, meteorologist Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive Insurance, you can keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today. That's careers.progressive.com.
'Tis the season. When you're in the mood for holiday music, listen live with the iHeartRadio app and on your radio. 97.7 The Brew, Asheville's Christmas station.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Ingles, we are proud to introduce our all-new curbside service. Just visit shop.ingles-markets.com or download the app to order, and our friendly staff will bring your groceries right to your car and have you ready to go in no time. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
As the holiday season approaches, Haywood Regional Medical Center wants to help keep your celebration safe, healthy, and full of joy. This time of year brings...
Shut up, Skippy!
So remember a few simple safety tips. Be mindful of icy walkways and steps. Take a moment to unplug holiday decorations when you're away. Use proper lifting techniques when moving heavy boxes or decor. And keep an eye out for slippery surfaces, both indoors and outdoors, to help prevent falls and injuries. A little extra caution can go a long way in keeping your holidays merry and bright. For safety resources and more information for you and your family, visit myhaywoodregional.com or follow Haywood Regional on social media. And while our emergency and urgent care teams are always here when you need us, our greatest wish is that your holidays are filled with peace, joy, and good health. From all of us here at Haywood Regional Medical Center, warm wishes for a safe and happy holiday season.
It's time to kick off the perfect tailgate and take your team to Ingles. Chips and guac made fresh in store every day. The best meat in town packaged fresh every day. And smiling faces giving you their best every day. Let's be real. In the South, football season is our favorite season of the year. There's a lot to smile about, especially with deals like these. Ingles. Low prices, love the savings.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
This football season, Bear Smokehouse Barbecue is where the fans feast. Catch every game Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday on big screens with booming sound, cold drinks, and the best barbecue in town. Bring your crew and tackle the game day grub package. A dozen wings, a pound of pork or chicken, a full rack of ribs, 3 pints of sides, and slider rolls, feeding 4 hungry fans. Whether you're cheering for touchdowns or just here for the ribs, Bears is the ultimate game day destination. Bears Barbecue in downtown Asheville, your home for football, where the fans feast.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shop.
From the Ingles Studio, WPEK Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, W225CJ Candler, an iHeart radio station, guaranteed human. Live from the Ingles Studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dog see! Let him on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh my God. The Jets killed him.
And back at the Sportsocracy, it is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. Sportsocracy, heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app, and we are seen everywhere on YouTube. Go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, join us in the chat. Today is
Power Rankings Tuesday.
We're only talking playoff teams, though, because the other teams, we always spend too much time talking about them. And, well, frankly, at this point, my dear, I don't give a damn. If you're not in the playoff picture, you don't matter at the moment.
And now we should specify these are teams that have not been eliminated from the playoffs.
Yes.
Obviously, not all of them can actually make the playoffs.
That's true. That's true. Because, I mean, we do have a couple of stragglers that, you may not make it, including the next team on the list, number 10.
The Detroit Lions.
Any team with an offense that good, I lean toward you could probably win a couple of games.
Detroit's one of those maddening teams that you just look at and go, you've got a couple that have been on your schedule that you were so close. They're not going to lose another game for the rest of the year, I don't think.
Maybe.
I mean, they could lose all 3 of them, but I don't think they're going to lose any of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because all 3 of those teams have to be able to score with you, and I don't think any of them can. What I will say about Detroit is Detroit needs Green Bay to fall on their face and basically lose out. That stupid tie. Why do we let ties happen? Every time, this happens about once every 5 years, and you get a team like Green Bay that has it, well, we've got a tie. Go away with your stupid tie. Tie is a loss. Moving forward, I have spoken.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way.
A tie is counted as a loss moving forward. Because it's just stupid. Every time I get to this point, I'm like, well, Detroit's one game behind in the loss column, but wait.
Wait a minute.
Oh, wait.
There's that half game hanging out there.
Which is just stupid.
Dumb. It's dumb. Ties are the stupidest thing that we do in sports.
I agree with that.
I mean, the whole objective of sport is to win, correct?
Yes.
So if we're in a sporting event, there must be a winner.
Yes.
Can't do it. It's hockey, soccer, same things.
No more ties.
I can't stand it.
Nope, no more ties.
Cannot stand ties. It's antithetical to sport. So any that welcomes ties, I'm out.
Detroit's the team that I think every team in the NFC is going, please don't let them get in.
Of course they are.
Please don't let them get in. Because they
every
score
team,
so easily.
Right. And all of the teams that play real good defense that we've been talking about. You play real good defense, but you can't always keep everybody from scoring.
No.
And the Lions are one of the toughest teams in football to keep from scoring.
Detroit's a team that can miss the playoffs this year and be my Super Bowl favorite next year.
Yes.
You lost some games that don't make a ton of sense. If I live to be 200 years old, I'll never figure out how you lost to the Minnesota Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make any form of sense.
No, it's like when they lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They rolled up 450 yards of offense and went like 1 of 7 inside the red zone. And in the end, it was the defense that let you down because you couldn't stop them.
Oh, and by the way, Gambit fan has a good point. I thought that, but I didn't know this well enough. There are no ties in hockey.
When did they stop doing that?
20 years ago.
What?
They have shootouts. So now you have wins, losses, and overtime losses. And an overtime loss kind of counts like a tie because you lost in overtime.
See, you've already lost me. See, it kind of works as a tie. You still get a point, but not a full point. You only get a half a point.
No, you get a win if you win in overtime, which I'm fine with that. I actually think they do that right. If it went to overtime, yeah, okay. You get, I don't know how their system works. I think it is points of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with that. I just absolutely detest ties.
Yes.
If you want to make out with your sister, you do that. That's between your therapist, God, and yourself. I don't want to.
All right. Detroit's dangerous.
They are.
You better hope that they're not in. Steelers, Vikings, Bears left. What kind of help do they need? Well, they need Green Bay to lose in front of them?
Yes. Green Bay is the only team that with tiebreakers they can really have any hope of catching because they have 5 losses in the conference. Detroit's that team that we do this with every single year where you go, oh, they're 8-6, but they're only 5-5 in the NFC because they beat the bejesus out of the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
Well, beating the AFC doesn't really do you any good now, does it?
Well, no Micah Parsons for Green Bay Packers. It's going to be tough to beat the Bears on the road this week.
They could catch the Eagles,
Ravens
but, we have to do that stupid thing where everybody that wins a division gets in.
Sure. At number
I believe
9.
I believe that's my political cause for 2026.
It should be.
No more division winners. It was birds aren't real in 2021. James Pierce is not a character red flag last year. I always find a cause that really means something to me that I fight for.
Mm-hmm. Number 9.
Sorry, I got stuck in the chat. Them making fun of you complaining about hockey when you don't watch it. The Los Angeles Chargers.
That's terrible.
And yet, ladies and gentlemen, he likes baseball. Figure that out.
No ties, except for the All-Star game that one.
Also, no fans. No players whose names I know.
You're not going to win this. That's
fine. 100% I will. But now you mentioned earlier Rochambeau debating college basketball, the NBA, the NHL, and Major League Baseball against each other. Hell, let's throw the WNBA in there just in the effort of fairness. You talk about Rochambeau, you debate those 5, you're all just kicking each other in the nethers.
100%.
You all get 1 million people, and I think it's the same million people. And I think they're prisoners at Guantanamo Bay.
Mm-hmm.
We're using it to torture them. The Los Angeles Chargers.
Oh, Gambit fan, that's fine. I don't need your trust. He said I don't trust any man who watches baseball and not hockey. Well, that's fine. Go live up north. That's fine.
I'll be honest with you, I agree with him. And frankly, he could have left out the last 3 words, and I'd have been fine with it. I do not trust any man who likes baseball. Period. Done. I also don't trust Ryan Clark, who blamed Micah Parsons getting hurt on Bo Nix.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to sit down and let you explain that to me really slow. He had to chase him too much. You know that's his job, right?
Mm-hmm. It's his fault.
It's like saying Daryl got fired at the pipe fitting plant because he couldn't fit pipes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem you got there.
Yep. All right, number 9.
The Los Angeles Chargers.
Said earlier in the show, don't trust them. Can't trust them. Your franchise history makes me not trust you. However, you've done so much more than I thought you could without an offensive line.
Whoa, hold on. I got to go back here. I'm just throwing this out there.
Mm-hmm.
You just said your franchise history makes me not trust you.
Yes.
This is coming from the same man that's trusted the Detroit Lions for the last 3 years. Anybody ever told you you're maddeningly inconsistent?
Of course. Never had a chance to trust the Detroit Lions because they couldn't get there.
They did get there. They got to an NFC Championship game
2 years ago.
And you trusted them then. Why do you not trust the Chargers now?
Because you charge her a lot.
That's
and
true.
You've chargered this season pretty well. The problem is you're good enough to overcome the charging that has been done.
Well, you keep saying they've chargered this season. They're 10-4.
Yes,
they're 10-4,
despite the fact that they don't really have a reason to. With all of the injuries that they have faced, somehow they have been better than that.
Can I venture a wager at why that is? Because the defense is really, really damn good.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Chargers have the best defense that no one talks about. We went down this rabbit hole last night of what teams are good in terms of being able to run the ball and play defense. The Chargers are very high on both of those lists. And nobody wants to acknowledge it because it's Kamani Vidal and Marion Hampton and a bunch of dudes that you don't care about on defense because largely you've never heard of them.
Mm-hmm.
The Cleveland Browns and the LA Chargers allow the exact same number of yards per game. And I know yards is not the greatest benchmark, but we always talk about how good the Cleveland Browns defense is.
Mm-hmm.
We never talk about how good the Chargers defense is. You know, one of them can actually score, right?
Yeah, because that's what we talk about. We talk about the interesting part. And the interesting part of the Chargers is the offense, not the defense. The only interesting thing about Cleveland,
with you on that.
The only interesting thing about Cleveland is the defense, and that's why we have to talk about it.
I don't think I agree with you on what you just said. If the Chargers win games in the playoffs, it'll be because their defense carries them to it. Because, look, Justin Herbert hasn't been special. He's been good. Been fine. I don't think any of their receivers are special. Ladd McConkey's been borderline irrelevant. By the way, you remember all those victory laps you took on me of Ladd McConkey's so great? You starting to understand why I said he wasn't? He's really easy to eliminate. I don't think there's anything special about the Chargers offensively. I think they're fine, but the defense is what can carry you. It's also why Jesse Minter's name comes up with every head coaching job that comes open.
Exactly. But you have faith in the Chargers. Is that what you're saying?
What are my rules in the playoffs?
What, quarterback, coach, home? Is that what you're...
How many teams...
You won't be at home.
How many teams beat them in those first two? How many coaches in the AFC playoffs do you like better than Jim Harbaugh? Because for me, that list is real thin. Vrabel's close. Peyton's close.
There may not be one.
I can't tell you that I'm going to wildly swing one way or the other there. Liam Cohen, Sean McDermott, D'Amico Ryans, Mike Tomlin, Shane Steichen, and John Harbaugh. Jim's going to win the vast majority of those.
Sure.
Now get into quarterback. Bo Nix, Drake May, Trevor Lawrence, Josh Allen, obviously. C.J. Stroud, Aaron Rodgers, Phillip Rivers, and Lamar Jackson, obviously. Yeah, I mean, they kind of they apply to every rule that I have. So I'm not going to say I trust them per se. I just don't think that's a team you want to play.
Precisely. Chargers at 9. Number 8.
The Houston Texans. Man, you defense real well. I just don't know what to do with this team. Because I'll take everything I just said about the Chargers, do it with the Texans, and it gets a lot harder. Because I like D'Amico Ryans and I like C.J. Stroud. But he gets into a lot of nebulous with Drake May and Justin Herbert. And D'Amico, I think he's a great defensive coach. I think he's a horrifically bad offensive hire. I don't understand how you went into this season with this. I just don't. And I get it. You basically said Joe Mixon wasn't going to play 3 weeks before the season. And you did absolutely nothing to try to find a running game. And you can give me Woody Marks all you want to. Woody Marks is a receiving back that you're trying to make a bell cow, and he ain't.
Oh, but we brought in Nick Chubb.
You can try to turn a Huey into a housewife all you want to, but they're not going to do it. Nick Chubb, mediocre at best, and he's 1,000 years old. And got about 800 million miles on those tires. I just don't get it. The offense does not make any tangible sense. But damn, your defense is good. And when your defense is that good, it mitigates a lot of ills.
Hell on wheels for sure. And to put a scare into anybody. Drake May doesn't want to see that defensive line.
No, and they can just match up with absolutely anybody. The way that defense is built, it doesn't matter how your offense is built. And there's just not many teams that you can say that about.
Well, it'll matter at some point, won't it? It'll come down to at some point that defense is going to be just good enough to keep them in a game, but the offense is not going to be able to keep up with somebody that can score. And I'm looking at like the Chargers and the New England Patriots. And I think the Jacksonville Jaguars kind of fall into that now, if they're going to play defense.
Houston's just one of those teams that the way you play travels nicely in the playoffs. It just bothers me you can't run.
Yeah.
You do have 2 double-digit sack guys, though. I'll tell you a fun stat that I learned this morning. Houston's the only team in the NFL that has multiple guys that have over 10 sacks.
Mm-hmm.
And Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter have combined for 22.5.
Okay.
Do you know which combo leads the NFL?
Myles Garrett and whoever is on the other side.
Yep. Malik Collins would be the other one at 6.5. He's got 6.5, and that's enough. They literally have 5.5 more than any other combo in the league. Myles Garrett has 1 less sack than any other combo of pass rushers on any team in the NFL.
Historic season, Jeremy. Historic.
That no one cares about because they're 3 in 1,000.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville.
All across the Tar Heels.
We're clear.
Heels on the run. Trimble to the cup, layup, Kellen in the foul.
This is Carolina basketball.
Long rainbow 3, nothing but net from the rookie. Out to Trimble. He'll try another triple. Counted.
The home of the 6-time national champion.
Drives and hammers it home. Hello, young fella.
This is your radio home for the Tar Heels.
Asheville's home for the Tar Heels is ESPN Asheville.
Keep the holiday soundtrack on everywhere.
The snowman.
Open the free iHeartRadio app and start listening to your local holiday station. On the go, tap the holiday banner or just search holiday. And you'll see customized stations like iHeart Christmas Classics, iHeart Country Christmas, and tons of playlists to set the mood. You've got enough to do. Let us handle the music. Open the free iHeartRadio app now and start listening.
It's time to kick off the perfect tailgate and take your team to Ingles. Chips and guac made fresh in store every day. The best meat in town packaged fresh every day. And smiling faces giving you their best every day. Let's be real. In the South, football season is our favorite season of the year. There's a lot to smile about, especially with deals like these. Ingles. Low prices, love the savings.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at ClarissaSellsWNC.com.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo! Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
These guys are a f***ing disgrace.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy, coming to you from the Ingles studio and the NFLDraft.net Mullet Manor. It is a Power Rankings Tuesday. Who can you trust going down the stretch of the season here? Only 3 weeks left. It's week 16. And next up on the Power Rankings is number 7.
We're almost to the sadness of no NFL football. We're also to the sadness of the Philadelphia Eagles in the Power Rankings.
Mm-hmm. Sadness.
That team's not good. I don't care what you did to the Raiders. I just don't really care.
Mm-hmm.
This is, to me, proof positive of how we're lacking high-end teams, that I still have to look at Philadelphia and go, I won't be shocked if they end up in the Super Bowl. Not because I think you're great, but kind of the same thing I say with Buffalo on the other side. You know how to win.
Mm-hmm.
You've been here before, and you're going to come up against a lot of Sam Darnold and Jordan Love, guys that I don't know that they know how to win.
Mm-hmm. And you can win it with the defense. And an offense that could score if you'd get out of the way. But I don't know. I mean, it works against the worst of the league. You proved that this past week.
The funny thing about Philadelphia is that the defense hasn't been as good as you would think it would be. Yeah, they're holding teams to right at 20 points a game.
Yeah.
But when you watch Philadelphia, they're not as imposing defensively as you would think. I really noticed it when they played the Chargers. You know exactly what's coming, and you cannot stop it.
Mm-hmm.
But we still know exactly what you are. And we know what you can do. We saw you do it last year.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. And I won't be surprised by any outcome for the end of this season for them. Well, I would be surprised by one outcome, and that's losing out and Dallas winning out and making the playoffs. That would be the only thing that would shock me. Right.
That would shock me. The only thing that would shock me more is if they actually found a way to win a Super Bowl. That would shock me. As bad as that offense is, it would stun me.
It would not. It would not stun. Well, yeah, I don't think it would. I was like, yeah. Because I look at every other team and I go, you could get got. You could get got by that because
I don't know how
that
they beat
Philadelphia
LA.
team can be just good enough to outscore everybody they play.
I don't know how they beat LA. LA's gotten better. Philadelphia's gotten worse, and it took 2 block kicks for you to beat them the first time.
Mm-hmm. Number 6.
The Chicago Bears. How far does a team have to go before you have to stop saying it's smoke and mirrors?
What do you mean, how far do they have to go?
Like, at what point do you have to look at Chicago and go, you made it to 10-4?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really believe any of it.
Mm-hmm.
But you did get here. I mean, their best win's the Eagles, and it's not even kind of close.
The Eagles who are in the middle of a slide. before they played the Raiders.
Well, also the Eagles, who are not
the rest of it's.
I mean, that's not a very good Eagles team, and that's your high watermark by a lot.
Yeah, because the rest of it is weak. Weak schedule.
Giants, Bengals,
and you've
Vikings,
handled your business.
Commanders, Raiders, Cowboys, Saints. It's just shocking. But your rubber has now met the road because you end Packers at the Niners and the Lions.
We'll find out just how good you can be. You get a Packers team that's without Micah Parsons. 49ers, that's not going to be fun. Lions at the end of the year, a team that struggles defensively.
I am here.
Big.
I am here to say.
They destroyed you in week 2.
I mean, as a marketing guy, I do look at Niners, Bears, and go, if we're not calling that the Fraud Bowl, I don't know what that game should be called.
That's a good name for it. Although
I think both those teams are complete figments of their imagination.
Well, I mean, to me, that kind of falls into the same category as, Steelers-Dolphins last night. We'll use the higher side of Packers-Broncos this past week. Like, I have my doubts about both of you. Is it really going to tell me anything if one of you beats the other? Because I don't know that it would tell me all that much. And I'm not even sure if if Chicago was able to pull off, 3 wins to end this season. I still don't know if we have a true answer on how good they are.
If they win these last 3 weeks, they're better than I think they are. That's as far as I'm willing to go. But if they win all 3 of these, they are better than I think they are.
They'll be 13-4 if they do that. It'll be the thinnest. It'll be their 13-4 would be as thin to me as Minnesota's 14-3 was last year.
And that was with what, 9 or 10 one-score wins?
Something like that. Somewhere in that neighborhood.
Good. Do you know what Chicago's strength of schedule is?
Ranked?
I mean, I'll tell you, ranked. It's 31. The only one worse is New England.
Okay.
447. That's one of the lowest strength of records I've ever seen. New England has the lowest one I've ever seen. Theirs is 374.
Jeez. Yet we sit here and wax poetic about them.
They're pretty good. They have a quarterback that plays like an honest-to-God NFL quarterback. I mean, I hate to make it that basic, but it is that basic. One of you has a quarterback that can't complete 60% of his passes against the second worst schedule in the damn league. The other one should probably be the MVP. Yes, there is a large difference between those two things. And I know somebody's going to come with that of, well, why you not believe in Chicago, but you believe in New England? Quarterback. 3 words.
3 words.
They took the
quarterback
you should have.
The Bills.
Sure.
Right. The only good win on the Patriots schedule is the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
And the only decent win on the Chicago schedule is the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, Fraud Bowl kind of sounds good.
Fraud Bowl.
We will take a break here in the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. A Power Rankings Tuesday. We'll come back, close it out with the top 5 in Week 16.
ESPN at
Clear.
Thank you.
Your mountain weather forecast.
I'm going to connect and reconnect to the brick. I got a little lag going on.
In a row before the next cold front gets here.
Okay.
Afraid
not really a lot colder, not like this past air. Tonight, a little more overcast later, 30. Tomorrow, cloudy, 55. Chance of rain Thursday afternoon, 55. And then Friday, sunshine and a little bit colder, 43. For the Weather Channel, meteorologist Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. Fall for a brooding duke. Dive into a steamy romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas. Or find the perfect rom-com from Lily Chu. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
Tess, what's up?
Oh, you know, the CFO needs me to book a week of travel. I'm days behind on invoices. The plants in the lobby are dying, and now I have to order lunch for 80 with gluten-free options.
Just use Easy Cater.
Easy Cater?
One platform built for workplaces. Tons of great restaurants, any group size, with tools to meet dietary needs and stay on budget. Plus, rewards.
Rewards?
You earn rewards points when you order. Good for discounts or even gift cards for you.
Now that's what's up.
Easy Cater, the easy, rewarding way to order food for work. Order now at easycater.com.
No one celebrates the holidays like iHeartRadio, the #1 Christmas music app.
The most wonderful
Hundreds of all Christmas stations like iHeart Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And plenty of playlists, too. Just open the app and search Holiday now.
This football season, Bear Smokehouse Barbecue is where the fans feast. Catch every game Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday on big screens with booming sound, cold drinks, and the best barbecue in town. Bring your crew and tackle the game day grub package. A dozen wings, a pound of pork or chicken, a full rack of ribs, 3 pints of sides, and slider rolls, feeding 4 hungry fans. Whether you're cheering for touchdowns or just here for the ribs, Bears is the ultimate game day destination. Bears Barbecue in downtown Asheville, your home for football, where the fans feast.
'Twas the day before Christmas, and at the North...
You back?
Gleeful mind, body, and soul. The gifts they were wrapping the cookies were yummy with Ingles ingredients.
Good God.
Tummy. The joy in the air was as thick as the snow.
That was loud.
To make Christmas a go. From making to baking, content as you please, when off in the distance they heard a loud sneeze. Santa was sick and this just wouldn't do, so the elves hopped a sleigh and to Ingles they flew. OJ and honey and tissues galore, they grabbed every cure as they ran through the store. Christmas was saved because those elves were amazing. With big thanks to Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
The Sportsocracy.
What are you people? On dope?
It is ESPN Asheville, the Sportsocracy on a Power Rankings Tuesday. Week 16 in the NFL. It's officially underway. Now we're looking forward to it. I mean, I guess it officially kicks off on Thursday with the Rams and the Seahawks, 2 teams that we haven't mentioned yet, and we're inside the top 5 of the Power Rankings. Number 5.
The Buffalo Bills.
They're back in a big way. I felt like last week they had kind of played they were playing their way kind of out of the true contender picture. And this past week against New England, I think that firmly cemented them back in, I won't say the favorites, but a favorite.
All right, now they're tied for 3rd with Denver.
Oh, okay.
Seattle and the Rams are the 2 most likely teams to win the Super Bowl right now.
Oh, odds-wise?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm curious. I just want to see if you get this right.
Okay.
The Rams are 1, Seattle's 2, Denver and Buffalo are tied for 3. Who's 5?
Say him again?
The Rams are 1, the Seahawks are 2, the Broncos and the Bills are tied for 3rd. Who's 5?
The Eagles.
They're 6.
The Chargers?
They're way down there. They're 25-1.
Is it the Bears?
The Bears are 30-1. The Bears and the Lions have the same odds to win the Super Bowl.
Is it the 49ers?
The 49ers are right in front of the Bears and the Lions at 22-1. With the Baltimore Ravens, I'll save you from asking that one. Okay. I'll be honest with you, I think you'll get through every team in the NFL before you get to the team that's 5.
Jacksonville
16-1.
The Ravens.
I just said that.
I don't know.
It's the Houston Texans.
I'm running out of teams.
It's the Houston Texans at 11-1. That shocked me when I saw it. Yep.
Defense wins championships. A lot of believers. In that.
Hey, and if you want to double down on the Dallas Cowboys, they're 50-1 to make the playoffs and 1,000-1 to win the Super Bowl.
Let's go. Put you a solid chunk on that, and then just want to throw yourself off of a bridge when you lose.
Also, if you want to know which way Vegas leans, Tampa Bay's 55-1 to win the Super Bowl. Carolina's 250-1. Believe that tells me who they think's winning that division.
Yeah, just by a little bit. All right. So number 5 is Buffalo. How can Buffalo win it all?
Josh Allen. Josh Allen has to be the best player on every field that he plays on. Get some help from James Cook. The defense plays a little better.
See,
the bad thing is you're not going to get that home field advantage, which has really helped them in the playoffs historically.
Yeah, see, to me, the answer there has to be Josh Allen needs help. He can't do this by himself. And if he feels like he's doing it by himself, then you're going to lose. No doubt. He has to have help. And I don't know where that comes from. I mean, obviously James Cook is doing his damnedest each week. But James Cook has a down game, or they're keeping him bottled up. What then? I can't keep relying on Josh to do it all himself. And there's not a single wide receiver on that team that I trust.
I mean, Josh Palmer. It has been Josh Palmer's season for about 5 years now.
No doubt. He's just been out slinging it around.
At some point, if I keep saying Josh Palmer season, it has to eventually happen, right?
I don't think so. I don't think that's how that works.
I think it is.
But yeah, between Khalil Shakir and Keon Coleman, and why do you struggle so much to get this guy a receiver? If he's the greatest quarterback in the league, how do you have such trouble bringing him a receiver?
Because every team in the NFL has certain positions that they cannot draft. And for the Buffalo Bills, it's wide receiver.
Yeah. He needs help if they're going to win it all. Number 4.
The New England Patriots.
That's my dyslexia kicking in.
I suppose.
Did the wrong part.
I still think New England's a better team than Buffalo, but obviously Buffalo's got the reigning MVP.
Mm-hmm.
If they played again right now in Foxborough, I'd take New England, but I'd have to think about it.
I was going to say, that'd definitely give me pause.
New England's one of about a dozen teams that we can say, well, they didn't beat anybody. Okay. You have to believe in one of them because virtually every team that's going to make the playoffs, I could say that about, unless they played in the NFC West.
Yep. It's the fact that New England has done it, I want to say efficiently. Like the fact that I watch New England and they look like a complete football team.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They look like a team you do not want to mess with on defense, and that offense can scare you. When you have a quarterback that's that good, and he's, I feel like at this point we've reached the point where the sky is the limit for him down the road in the future. But a kid that is that good already, I mean, I fully expect every showdown to be within reach. Right? There's not going to be a game that they're not in. They learn how to win, the old axiom, then they could be raising a trophy this week or this year, not this week. But I think they're one of the most complete teams in the NFL.
I would agree.
Number 3.
The Denver Broncos. That defense is real good. And if Bo Nix plays the way he did in the second half against Green Bay, I'm not sure any of you are beating that team. The problem is that I don't trust him to do that at all.
Mm-mm. Well, because eventually you're going to dig yourself into a hole you can't get out of.
I trust McDonald's to put my sauce in the bag more than I trust Bo Nix to do that consistently.
Well, I mean, I feel like he's done it consistently already. It's just, is there a team that can get them so far behind that they can't catch back up? And I think those teams exist.
I saw Matt earlier saying that it impressed him when teams could come back from that. And I understand what you're saying. I will just tell you, if you look historically at teams that have had a lot of these one-score games, a lot of these fourth-quarter comebacks, they get beaten early in the playoffs really often. Because you know what I like better than a team that can come back from behind? Teams that don't get behind. I really like teams that don't fall behind by 10 points every single week.
Mm-hmm. At number 2,
the Seattle Seahawks. I know all of you are expecting the Sam Darnold fall.
Yes.
And I get it. I don't really understand it, but I get it.
Mm.
You made a little noise there. So you care to explain it to me?
Oh, what? The real Sam Darnold will stand up?
I get so pissed off when people say that. to me, honestly, what you just said is top 5 stupidest thing that gets said on radio every single day. And I'm not talking about you.
Right.
You say the real Sam Darnold, and yet you believe in Baker Mayfield. And that will never – I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about on the whole. Mm-hmm. NFL fans on the whole. You will just gobble down on anything you can get with Baker Mayfield or Daniel Jones, but you don't believe in the one that's been more consistently good. And I do not get that. Sam Darnold had a really bad playoff game against a Rams team that was flat out better than them.
Yep.
Somehow people watched an entire game between the Indianapolis Colts and the Seattle Seahawks and went, oh, yeah, that was on Sam. Sam might have been the only offensive player for the Seahawks, not named Jackson Smith-Njigba, that actually played well. But there's this narrative, oh, Sam Darnold sucks. Phillip Rivers good. Phillip Rivers was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, unbelievably terrible, and they kept the ball away from you, and that was it. It's funny to me. It will never stop being funny to me. I don't know what it is you're looking at, but keep saying it.
Because we expect that at some point that game is going to come where he throws 4 picks or it's just like the Jared Goff game. We talked about the Jared Goff game forever. Is Jared Goff going to be that? Is the bad Jared Goff going to show up today and ruin your chances at winning?
And you know what's
That's
funny?
They're waiting on.
After 2 years in Detroit, I never heard that about Jared Goff again.
Nope.
Ever. I never heard it again. I've now watched Sam Darnold do this with 2 separate teams where he was an MVP candidate, which Jared Goff has never really been. Mm-hmm. And yet, for some reason, I hear that same stupid excrement that I heard you say a minute ago.
Well, he was an MVP candidate until he wasn't, right? At some point, he fell off. And he just went to, well, he's not doing the flashy thing anymore, right? He's not on the tear that he was. So numbers come back to the median, the mean, whichever one of those. And the turnovers start happening, and you start seeing fumbles and all of the things. You go, okay, well, there it is. There's the not MVP Sam Darnold. There's the bad Sam Darnold. We're just waiting on it. There's still time. I'm going
to tell you.
Trust.
I'm going to give you a stat right now that will be the stupidest thing you hear today.
Okay.
Matthew Stafford, Drake May, and Josh Allen, to me, are a 3-horse race for MVP right now.
Okay.
Jordan Love and Caleb Williams currently have better odds than Sam Darnold does. That's the stupidest thing you'll hear today. If a voter votes for Caleb Williams, you should have your vote stripped away. Hell, I'll be honest, you should have your credentials stripped away because you're too stupid to breathe, let alone vote in this.
That's not comeback player of the year. That's
MVP. Caleb Williams is currently 6. That's how crazy people are. If you watch those two quarterbacks and can't tell me which one's better, I don't ever need to hear you say anything else because you ain't got a Yep. Mm-hmm. You don't have a freaking clue what you're looking at.
He was about to falafel.
That's the closest I think I've ever come.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that until just now. I knew there was going to be a stupid name. I just didn't know it was going to be.
Yeah. He doesn't he doesn't have the trust. He doesn't have the trust of the masses yet. Everybody's expecting him to be the reason that they don't win.
Let me put it this way. If you trust Caleb Williams and you don't trust Sam Darnold, I would love to sit down and have a cold beer and talk about your Dayton record. Because I'm going to go out on a limb and say it is wild.
All right, and then at number 1.
The Los Angeles Rams. I don't see how it can be anybody else. Mm-hmm. I really don't. Who your one is, you want to debate 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down. I get it. I don't see how you're debating 1 because that's the one team that has the coach, the quarterback, and they're going to be at home.
Mm-hmm.
And that is really, really hard to beat in the playoffs.
Yep. And they will kick off Week 16 against the Seattle Seahawks on Thursday night. And it's the only challenge left for them. So I feel like we can expect that they are going to be the 1 seed.
I would agree.
NFC.
I would agree. The Rams to me are the 1, and it's not really all that close.
Yep. Now I get to stay at home for the playoffs. May not have to leave the state of California to be able to get me a Super Bowl.
Which is wild.
Well, think about it. San Francisco, they could still host the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, the Golden State Warriors could play in it, too. There's about as good a chance of that.
Devontae Adams could play this week. It was all doom and gloom on Sunday of, oh, God, this could be the thing that breaks the season. And now, thankfully, major injury was avoided, and he could play this week. Would you? Would you play him?
If he's healthy, I'll play him.
Resting him for the playoffs.
If he's healthy, I'm playing him. Gambit fan has a really good question. Has there been a week where the Rams weren't objectively the best team? I don't think so. Not since about week 4.
Yeah.
It's been really obvious how good that team is.
Yeah. The 3rd week of the season when they lost to the Eagles, I think that probably was the last time that they weren't.
And they beat the smoke off the Eagles and got 2 field goals blocked and lost.
Right.
We have a super chat that's talking about Seattle and the Rams. It's from Kevin Mullen with a Kyle Shanahanism. Kyle Shanahan says you cannot give an archaeologist a feminine hygiene product to ask what era it came from. There's 2 words there that you need to change. You figure it out.
Yep.
I have Seattle's defense. Should I play them versus the Rams? Shout out to the chat. That's a fantasy football question. I would not play Seattle this week against LA, depending on what your options are. Can you get New Orleans? They play the Jets, and I like New Orleans significantly better.
You should be able to pick them up, I would think.
One would think, unless you play in a league with somebody like me who forward-thinking picked them up last week. I like New Orleans this week. I like... You're not going to be able to get your hands on Philadelphia. You might be able to get your hands on Buffalo. They play the Browns.
The Vikings against the Giants.
And that one's going to be... it might be out there. Those are the ones I like the best. I really like San Francisco against the Colts if you can get your hands on that. But the one thing I will tell you, I am scared that Jonathan Taylor might run for 414 yards on the 49ers on 76 carries.
Yeah. All right, there's your Week 16 power rankings. 3 more to go, guys. Got all the playoff scenarios and things, and we'll be digging through them all when we rejoin you for a kickoff Thursday at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue, where we will lay the foreground for the Rams and the Seahawks in a Thursday night showdown at the Back Alley Bar. Tomorrow is a Womack Wednesday. Tune in right here on News Radio or ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. We will see you then.
ESPN Asheville.
All right, we're clear.
Weather forecast.
Thanks, sir.
On deck for the afternoon, plenty of sunshine. A couple of dry days in a row.
It
before
is
the next cold
officially
front gets here.
my
Don't get
grab-ass
too
time.
Afraid.
Woohoo!
Really a lot colder, not like this past area.
All right, brother. Enjoy
Sun today, 53
tomorrow.
Tonight, a little more overcast later, 30. Tomorrow, cloudy, 55.
Yell at me if you need me, but preferably don't need me.
Any sunshine on
All right.
43. On the Weather Channel, meteorologist Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.